Okay, hello, buddy. Hello. I hope everyone is doing well. Okay. Oh, well, looks like they posted a post. Hello. Oh, as one in one's life, then when we just want to get better and better, but seriously, we cannot. Wait, is the mic on? Yeah, mic's working. Hello, Enchen. Hello. I'm doing good, and so my apologies for being like a little bit late. So the context for why I'm late today is like I got home around 8:30. I was spending time with my family, and like me and my sister got a bit too stuck in with our puzzle. Okay, if it's working, that's good to hear. So yeah, so like my older sister. So back during the lockdowns, back during the 2020 and the 2021, my older sister got into puzzles as a way to pass time, but also like a little like family activity. And my sister's like, you know what, let's get back into that. And she got us two new sets of puzzle sets. A 1,500 piece puzzle set of like the seasons in like New York, and a 2,000 pieces Lord of the Rings set. We finished the first one, and now we're working on the Lord of the Rings one. It is a struggle. It is generally a struggle. Holy fuck. Like, for context, you guys, I hate dark puzzles. Like, a lot. Like, when it's, like, very clear sets of, like, colors, I like those type of puzzles because it's easy to organize them and figure out where goes where. But when there's, like, full-blown areas of the puzzle set that are just black, and I mean just flat-out black, I'm like, where the fuck does it go? But right now, so, you guys remember, last week, we started playing the final chapter of Tiny Bunny. And, something is, very interesting that's going on. So, so for context, after the stream back on Sunday, once I finished the Tiny Bunny stream, I went to the Steam page to see, like, what's the current, like, sentiment people are having. And I was like, wait, how many endings are there? That was my first main question. Because I got two endings last stream. I was like, okay, how many streams will this theoretically be? Like, if I can get two endings per stream, what will the rate be? There are a total of 20 endings in the game. So we got 2 out of the 20 done. Let's with 10%. Now, realistically, not all streams will be consistent. Like, maybe some streams I might get 4 endings. Maybe some streams I might get only 2. Like, it really depends. Yeah, it's a lot. And now the second, more concerning part is how people are feeling about the endings. What I mean by that, let me just go over here, move myself over here. So, for context, you guys, when it comes to like the ratings of the game, it was saying like positive or like very positive, right? Like a lot of people really liked the game. And then episode 5 slash the ending hit. Most people are going to get alternative them, so it's going to be mostly bad. It is very mixed. It went down to a mixed rating. Oh boy. And now this is talking about like the English review. So like there is like a lot of like lesson reviews. But okay, so it looks like people are now becoming a little bit more positive now since that people have gained more of the endings and get like more of the opinions in. But when I'm telling you, after that stream, I tried quickly scanning like what the gen sentiment was, and in fact there was so many negatives was concerning. But apparently there was some. Yeah, so there's 20 possible endings. And that not only that, but they also got so the game is not only on Steam now. They also found another place to like publish. Century Forge will be publishing this game as well, added to the portfolio of beloved and bounty pushing titles such as Doki Doki Lizard Club, Slay the Princess, Cooking Bandits, and many more. So, yeah, excited to have very popular visual novels. Tiny Bunnies now be added to the collection, so you have to give credit to them. They looked very hard on this game, and the fact that some big places are now picking them up is actually quite nice. Second, they're having like an open letter now. They want to apologize to the DS fans. The game's finance clearly didn't meet their expectation, and to be honest, it wasn't up to a usual standard of quality. Because what I found out is, I don't know if you guys remember, back during the end of the first chapters when we saw Adult Ola, I was like, wait, this is like really different. Like, I feel like this is like a 3D render. Yeah, turns out there was some issues with some of the art assets, and that they couldn't get all of the art assets with the consistent styles, and they ended up photo basing some of the later art assets. There was claims of AI, but it wasn't the AI claim. It was photo basing. Do you guys know what photo basing is? But you damn it is not accepting the fact. Thank you for showing your love towards the game. Okay, photo basing. Okay, let me just quickly Google it for you. Yeah, just you give me a quick moment. Photo. Photo basing. Here it is. Okay, sorry about that. Photobasing is a technique where artists merge and blend photographs or 3D assets together while painting and compromising them into a finished piece. That's what photobasing is. So people found out, so I slightly got spoiled by like Adult Anton, but people found the exact photo the devs used for photobasing. Like, they found the actual photo that they used as the base and when they, like, rendered and compromised over. Which is kind of funny to think about. So you have lots of good with vivid responses and lots of detailed criticisms. We read your feedback, we do our best to hear. Our priority right now is to analyze the issues of the game's final episode, where we're currently working on a list of the most common issues that were brought up by the community in the Steam reviews and discussions on social media. We're already hard at work fixing some graphical issues, as well as the inconsistent in the game's overall storyline. We would welcome any help you can provide to that end. We don't want to miss anything, and we want our priorities to be set. So please direct your constructive criticisms and ideas to our email address, or leave your feedback in the comments of this post. If you can, please structure your message in the following template in mind. What did you enjoy about the episode 5 in particular? We call specific elements of that from the game. Present your vision of how said issues could be improved. We honestly thank you for your patience and dedication to the Tiny Bunny. Even though the games became a hit throughout the years, we still remain a small indie team until the very end. We put our hearts into the game, and we are not about to abandon it or any of our fans. We will do our best to make the game better. This is the English one. I am curious like if there's any differences between the English apology to the Western apology, because for context, you guys, the people that were the most disappointed in this game were the Russian player base, or like the whole player base. Because a lot of people really like this game for like incorporating like Slavic and Russian culture into it, and I like it because like it's really like when it comes to like entertainment, you guys, it's okay. What? How can I word this that will make sense to you guys? Have you guys thought about like the recent Game of the Year awards or like, Game Show awards? Like when it comes to like big game shows or like big like media events, or like when people talk about like mainstream media, it's often like in the US or in Japan, or like, when people say like Western media, they mainly say America. When people say Eastern media, they mainly talking about Japan. But recently there's been an increase in like Chinese and Korean media being popping up. But like areas such as Germany, Australia, the Netherlands, and Western as well. There's not many like media depicting their culture out there that are as big. So when I tell you a lot of the Western players were very unhappy, they were very unhappy. Okay, they made another post. What are we busy with right now? There are a moment in everyone's life. Yes, that's good. There's a moment in everyone's life when you want the game to get better and better. But seriously, we're not just sitting on our paws. You bug reports and suggested you just fan in the thin air right now. The World Master, Evgeny Sokirev, is already considering your feedback and making plans to improve the storyline. It's going to get even more interesting. What's already done? Like, face wants attention. What have we already done? Yesterday's patch, we delivered the fix a bunch of text errors you found. Thank you for your supply. So, looks like some of the errors I found last stream, they should be fixed. What are we working on right now? Delini... Zilulin? Zizulin? I need to see this and watch to see this. A programmer, while waiting for the updated script, is busy bolting on achievements for VK Play, and I, the picture master, have already started working on the graphics. Here's how we do the images of Anton as the adult. Okay, so this is the updated adult Anton look. Let's go. Just please don't expect miracles from the first iteration. We're just workers doing what we can and with what we have. What's next? Everything continues. We're waiting for the updated script, testing, drawing, programming, all of the features of the game. Slowly, the chick bunny become better is the chick. Zaychik, that. Zaychik. So, yeah. So, okay, I'm not gonna turn on the game now. We're just talking about what people thought about it and like some of the reviews. Yeah, so there's an actual possibility. Even after I found all 20 endings, there's a possibility I might play the game again to see how big these new changes are. Okay. And now, Tiny Bunny. Also, you guys, I got myself a drink and I got myself some food. My older sister made some chicken today. Oh, this is like a nice little way to see like all of the endings you got. So, these two, we got the endings here. So let's go back to over here. So if we don't let them in, that's with the monsters. So let's let the monsters in. Okay, this chicken is actually a little bit dry, not gonna lie. My heightened sense told me that whoever was outside wasn't an enemy. Zulka barked even louder. Oh, shut it. I clenched my jaw until it hurt, ready to hack at the rotting moss. Then spun the lock. Oh! Hi, Polina. Polina flew into the hallway and hugged me with her sibling hands. I exhaled in surprise. I smelled the scent of her hair. I remembered how Polina played the violin for me right before her sudden breakdown. It felt like Suzanne's melodies flowed into the house alongside her. Wet eyelashes glazed my cheek. Polina was crying. Did something happen? What are you doing here? I didn't have anywhere else to go. Wait, hold up. I think That's not what I heard.
Что случилось? Откуда ты здесь? Я не знала, к кому еще пойти.
So what he said in Russian was basically, I have nowhere else to turn. Like, this is like no anywhere else. It's more like I have no one else to turn to.
Дедушка умер.
Fuck, he's dead.
Ты уверена?
Yep.
Не знаю.
I don't know.
Я никогда не видела, как умирают люди.
I've never seen people die.
Мне так показалось.
But that's what I thought.
Может,
That maybe
я испугалась.
I got scared.
Не реагировал. Просто сидел в кресле в темноте.
He didn't respond. Just sat in his chair in the dark.
И глаза остекленели.
His eyes, they glazed over like Christmas tree balls. Oh, that's a...
После твоего ухода он сильно расстроился. Пил капли.
He was very upset after you left that time. He drank his drops.
Требовала, что его сердце не выдержит.
I was afraid his heart would fall.
И вот
And then... Yeah. I imagine a dead old man in a wheelchair, his iron teeth behind his bloodless lips. Oh, hello, Kiss Trains? Yeah, hello, and bye-bye. It's nice to meet you for the small moment you are. I don't know why that animation bugged me. Then I noticed Pauline's lips spread in a blissful smile. She shuddered as if awakened from a daydream, and then the smile was gone. That is some weird nerves. The poor girl had lost her only relative, and it's probably my fault.
звонила в скорую.
Did you call for an ambulance?
Да, линия молчит.
Yes, but the line is silent.
По дороге сюда я видела завалившиеся столбы.
I saw a post fallen over on my way here.
И было так страшно в лесу тоже.
I was so scared there in the forest also. She buried her nose in my vest and sobbed. Zorka growled from around the corner. I stomped my foot and the dog waddled behind the staircase yapping. Why? Because Paulina did cloud a grin when she saw her get drop kicked. Yeah, I can tell Zorka was not happy.
Ты моя последняя надежда.
Oh, my last hope.
Вчера я вела себя как дура.
I acted like a total idiot yesterday.
Так испугалась, что ты больше не захочешь.
I was so scared that you wouldn't want to. At that moment, with teary eyes fixated on the axe. Yeah, we have an axe here. On the bared windows, and my sister sleeping on the floor in the middle of a hallway. But Lena trailed off and never finished her line.
Что происходит?
What's going on? I lean against the railing. I wanted to see the thing that laid on me push me to the ground so badly.
Я заболела.
Layla got sick.
Папа за врачом поехал, а мама в аптеку.
Dad went to get the doctor, and Mom went to buy medicine.
Давно, часов 6 назад.
A long time ago, 6 hours already.
Я ждал, потом задремал на ступеньках и
I waited and then fell asleep on the stairs, and the night came.
А тут ты.
And then you came. Something squeaks outside. Probably a lamppost that fell under the blizzard pressure.
Кажется, мы в опасности.
I think we're in danger.
Кто-то ходит снаружи.
Someone's snooping about outside,
Ищет, как бы попасть в дом.
looking for a way to get in. Belina covered her mouth with our hands. Okay. So, in the first ending, when Anton sacrificed himself, theoretically the monster still followed Euler with her. So somehow Euler got mocked, but it was just never claimed for a bit. When we killed Euler instead, Anton went to the loony bin because the cops said that the parents died on the car crash because of the blizzard. So the question is, does that only happen in that particular ending, or is that like consistent? That the parents died when they left? And that the monsters are still running about.
Маньяк!
He's like a serial killer.
Может быть.
Probably. The lights went out. Oh, hi, Boots. Doing good, Boots. We're just playing the ending of Tiny Bunny. The fridge rattled as it sat down. Darkness splashed from all the nooks and crannies, devouring bone. The blizzard's moan intensified. I blinked like crazy, clutching the handbells. Can you hear that? The flute. Fierce blasters in her eyes. The flute sound. Somebody started pounding on the door. Back into the wall from the bites, and that's when Jesus left us. A hail of stripes was unleashed on the door, bending it like a thin sheet of plywood, as if dozens of fists and legs were simultaneously pinching and kicked the wood. It's them. Belina's tail in the face, clutched by my elbow as he was sibling. Them. The door danced in the doorway, dust flew from the flatbeds. Belina shrieked hysterically, her face buried into my palms. The wobbling noise stopped as suddenly as it started. The black crucifix flew off the nail and crashed onto the floor at my feet. Yeah, you told us that. Do you know when the release date is, the Hightail? Just very soon? Got it. A chain of anxious memories rushed through my mind. Ringing bells from the small abandoned church at the edge of the village, a dusty icon on the four shelves in my parents' bedroom, my grandma's wording chants. I wanted to believe that the cross would protect us from the horror of the things that came from the frosty forest. That in the world where the converse monsters roam the night, there is a place for the scared woods that grant salvation from the soft claws and fangs. I was about to grab an ancient relic when something pricked me under my shirt. The somatic element in the shape of the claw that Belina gifted me. Grand Daiga magic resisted the divine force that my grandma and dad believed in so much. I felt in hesitation. Was it on those protection to ask for? Can any of those tickets really save our lives? The house was deadly silent. It felt like the man-eating monsters hid behind the door, smoking, raving to make my choice. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Jane is thinking, oh wow, it's actually quite soon. Okay, so this is one of the choices I made all back. So let's do the one that's unique to here. That I selected the choice. I got the big achievement. I kicked the cross into the far corner of the room and covered the amulet under my clothes with my palm. The dwellers of the ancient Taiga could only be beaten by the religion of ancient, the void of justice and mercy. I walked to the kitchen as I pushed my friend to the side. I heard a heart-rending squeaking sound, as if someone was driving their claws into the wall. Then the flapping wings. Oh, the preloads went live, that's cool. The night shone like a giant stomach. And then they hatched from the saddest, nasty mugs and a gap between the boards. They pressed against the windows, leaving paws and squashed maggots on the glass. Crooked fingers scalped against the glass. Bare fans scratched away at the line. Lines of teeth barred themselves in the gaps, taunting me. Eyes turned from the left and right. Dead beasts stared at us from the inside in the smoke. Open up, buddy. We're hungry. We want to. Dear rare. We want to smell your feel. Dance with us, bun boy. Dance the blood, long-killed fool. Let us rest in your hot guts. In your hot blood, state our hunger, our hunger. Belina wailed, plugging her ears with her hands. Make them go away. Make them shut up. Their eyes shone like stars in the pitch black skies. Glass popped in the kitchen. The invading wind played with our hair. It brought a flute melee quick and slippery, like a poisonous viper. Monsters thrust their paws into the gaps between the planks and clipped through their claws, demanding their treats. I used the formed hand held out a bunny's mask, full of burrs from worms to no one in particular. Stayed our hunger. Oh yeah, I made this. Oh, we know what happened. Oh, the dogs. a hidden achievement, everyone. It's called Dogs Have Feeling Tools, you know. Okay, so I believe, let's just say this. I believe killing Oila will be the exact same as the Looney Bin ending. So I think the only, maybe. It might be different because Polina's here, so bye, Polina.
Уходи!
Polina, go.
Куда?
Where?
На второй этаж.
To the second floor.
Заприте в спальне.
Lock yourself in the bedroom.
Что ты задумал?
What are you doing? I'm going to feed you to them. Because the voice in the back of my mind should happily.
Это будет верное решение.
It will be the right choice.
Юное мясо самое сладкое.
Youthful meat is, well, Sladka means like sweet. So, like, youthful meat is the sweetest meat, or like, you know,
Иди.
just go.
Спустишься через 10 минут после того, как шум утихнет.
You go back down 10 minutes after everything comes down. Belina gave me a cautious look, but still complied. The beast went sighing, but their claws still scrapped at the bullets ever so slightly.
Она ничего не почувствует.
The voice in my head was like, "Hoi up, so you want to feel a thing?" I took a step forward, Belina. I remember playing the violin and loved in a divine melody, inspired and magical. However, both floated in the strings. I can't, no, my elbows went to stove. Something forged within my skull, encrypting my memories. In place of Belina sliding her bone of violence, she hacked at her upper arm, now sawed in a two-tail in her skin, making the yellow scruffy fat underneath its slime. Tosca. Taste of separation. You killed your beloved. Okay. The dove flew of hints is spotting sawdust. Its leaf slid across the hallway like a sled. Sorry, I don't want to read the script in a go. I know some of you guys wanted it. I know some of you guys are like audio only. I'm like, I don't know if I want to read out the goy parts. They broke into the devour Belina's flesh. I turned around to face the monstrosities of the ancient forest and then yelled at the fingers that appeared in the doorway.
Ваше угощение, твари!
Here's your feast, monsters.
Не трогайте меня!
Don't touch me.
Дети, все живы?
You okay, kids?
Антон, мы до вас еле добрались.
It took a bit of trying over and over to pre-order Hytale because everything were all trying to pre-order at once, but it was oh wow, so the website kept crossing down.
Все не...
Okay, so this is the. I wonder how pulling is so bad that I scope up in an inch tip was. Chop up his girlfriend. Oh, so this is literally the same Sana? Is this really the same ending as... Why would I kill the girl that sounded like a best explain? Oh, so that was the same ending basically. The only difference was that it was Belina that died. Okay. Let's go over here and let's go.
Уходи!
Belina, go.
Куда?
Where?
На второй этаж.
To the second floor.
В спальне.
Lock yourself in the bedroom.
Что ты задумал?
What are you going to do? I was going to give them Oila. Because the voice in the back of my head shook happily.
Это будет верное юное мясо.
Youthful meat is the best.
Сладкое.
Иди!
Just go.
Спустишься через 10
You'll go back down 10 minutes after it comes down. Blake gave a cautious look but still complied. Blake had just returned from the second floor crying a staggered way in horror. Our kitchen looked like a slaughterhouse. Blake stood in the doorway, unmoving, staring at me with eyes. Okay, so literally, asked Belina.
видела.
Seesaw.
Учить работать будешь?
You don't think I don't know how to do my work? We did ask.
Видела баррикады, которые ты там соорудил?
So you saw the barricades that you constructed,
Поэтому твой зверинец не
yet not a
знает
single word about your zoo. How could this be supposed to be on the side of the monsters? And we got the Assail Slime landing again. Okay. That's a little disappointing. Okay, next up, we gotta go back here, and instead of taking the Simon Adams, Not gonna lie, fucking useless. Let's see what happens when we take the cross. Exorcist, that's the end. That's what we got. I was ready to ask God for help, especially when a horned monster that wanted to confine us to this hellish soto walked around outside. I dropped the alien into the basket near the phone. This beast claws spawned from the dark superstition of the ancient tribe, the same way those cursed beasts did, and that means we could part ways. I was in the kitchen as I pushed my friend to the side. Okay, now it's the ending.
Блин, уходи.
That's literally. What the fuck was the difference? There's a chance because I'm missing specific items. Who know? Because I have actually found some gameplay. Apparently, there's a. Because I know my drawer is just the vein and the mitten. I know a different way. I got a cassette tape, and I also could get some phone numbers too. So for here, instead of refusing, let's take our meds. I was ready to believe in ghosts, but Oil didn't die. Just half an hour ago, I talked to Mom over the phone. That made no sense. Wet pill. You took the medication in Polina's place. I flew the pills onto my tongue. I hand holding a glass of water separated in front of my face. Polina gave me a sympathetic look, and my heart was filled with gratitude. I drank the water. Well? The crying subsided. Illusion left me alone.
Я все-таки псих.
I am crazy after all. Polina replied with a relaxed smile.
Можно отрицать.
Can't argue with that.
Ты точно самый прикольный из всех психов, которые мне встречались.
But you're definitely the coolest crazy person I ever met.
Псих-красавчик.
You're a handsome psycho. Polina suddenly sat on my lap and gave me a very adult stare, and my heart almost stopped. Its rhythm broke as if it didn't know what to do next, and then it pumped hot blood through all my veins. I remember my dad. Did he go through something like this in his youth before he met Mom? Was there a girl like Polina in his life who gave him a look like that? If yes, how did he not burn out from all the emotions? Polina touched my shoulder, bust up the invisible stand, and asked me in a whisper, "You won't run away, right?" Of course. Oh, wait, what? That's an ending? Wait, what the fuck? Coma escape. Wait, what? I got a coma ending. Let's go, chat. I'm like, wait, what? And that was a sixth grader who had fallen into a coma after taking the medicine prescribed by him and by his psychologist had recently gone missing. We received this information from the chief medical officer of the regional hospital. The emergency response team had been trying to recuperate the boy, but to no avail. However, on the 25th of February at 3 p.m., he woke by himself and sneaked away from the hospital grounds. On the evening of the same day, his sister Orla Petrova also went missing. We urge everyone who has information about the missing kids' whereabouts to contact the police and their parents at these phone numbers. Okay, so taking the pills gets you the coma. Okay. The endless forest at the end of all worlds. The wind singing the songs of eternal hunger to the children of darkness. The pack was anticipating its feast. We were about to dine. The festival of meat and bones were about to start. You took your time to bring us our treats, Bunny. Welcome. We're happy to see you. Okay, so this is the axe ending. The axe in the sack, leaking red juice that I held in my hand. I was finally home. Okay, so in this ending, when we're in the coma, it looks like it was a perfect time for the first man to take control of our body. And all was the victim. Okay. So it's not just the coma, okay. This is where we can make additional phone calls. I wonder this. We need to know a certain number to get a specific ending. Next up, it is here. We went with Polina, but let's go with Katya. I looked at Polina. Her innocent smile didn't convince me, and even though the snowy veil enveloped more and more of the schoolyard, I could see things much clearly. I still couldn't trust Polina.
Прости, Полин. Кате моя помощь нужнее.
Lame-legged Cupid. Sorry, Polina, but Katya needs my help more. Polina looked like she just got slapped in the face. Her eyes narrowed and the smile withered on her curving lips.
Если, конечно, не против, Полин.
If you don't mind, of course, you don't. Right, Polina? Ronka's appearance broke the awkward silence. He walked out from around the corner, his head hanging low. It seems like losing his fence put a great weight on his shoulders, literally. Katya grabbed me by the elbow, and I paid that no mind. Roma. Polina was Ronka and hugged him. Oh, that's interesting.
Ромочка, мне было так плохо без тебя. Ты пропадал.
Where have you been? After a brief pause, Ronka circled his back on Polina's trembling back.
Быстро она переобулась. Не обидно?
Now that was fast. Does it upset you up, Tom? I shook my head. Ronka raised his head. The usual triumphant smirk flashed on his face, but the next moment it was gone.
Ну не реви, не люблю этого.
Come on, stop crying. I don't like that.
На уроках была?
Did you go to school?
Была.
I did.
Бяша объявлялся?
Have you seen Biasha?
Нет.
No. Roma spat in the soil, and only then he turned his eyes towards Katya and
А
me.
вы Бяшу видели?
Have you two seen Biasha? I shook my head, surprised.
Ром, Бяша был в гараже.
Roma, Biasha was in the garage.
Был и что? Мы тоже были живы, здоровы.
So what? We were there too, and we're safe and sound. He didn't look of sound mind to me at all.
Я не успокоюсь, пока не выясню, что с Бяшей.
I won't rest until I find out what happens to Biasha. Roma pulled out a sack of posters from his coat, counted out several of them, and handed them to me.
Развесь вдоль дороги.
Put them all up along the road. I could even take a good look at them before Katya pulled me to the side.
Конечно, конечно. Любой каприз за ваши деньги.
Fine. Any posts of your toes?
А если финансы поют романсы, ищи дурачков дальше.
And if you're broke, tough luck. Good broke.
Чау, какао.
Check it out. Roma turned a deaf ear to Katya's comment. He just rubbed Polina's shoulder.
Идем, малая.
Let's go, baby.
Одной сейчас быть нельзя.
Can't walk alone around these days.
Идем, Ромочка. Я столько всего тебе хочу рассказать.
Let's go, Romotska. I have so many things I want to tell you. After that, Romka locked his eyes with mine one last time and nodded. I think we said some sort of secrets.
И жили они долго и счастливо.
And they live happily ever after. Katya, dear. We looked up at the second floor window.
Весь класс. Придется тебе меня подождать.
Get back to class. You'll have to wait for me.
Работы море.
I'm swamped with work.
Павловна, я могу Катю проводить.
Lilia Polovna, I can walk Katya home.
Правда?
Really?
Это было бы чудесно.
And that would be wonderful.
Но, Кать, дома и поесть нечего.
It's just we don't have. Wait, hold up. We don't have anything to eat at home.
Приготовлю, мам. Все будет хорошо.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll make something myself. We'll be fine. Okay, so what she just said.
Но, Кать,
Я приготовлю, мам. Все будет хорошо.
What Katya just said was, "I'll make something, Mom. We'll be fine." It was, "We'll make something, then Mom, and then we'll be fine." But here's gonna be, "Mom, we'll make something. We'll be fine."
мои вы Будьте аккуратны там.
You two are such blessings. But just be careful out there.
Конечно.
Of course. We went down the road. Oh, that looks like a really interesting Katya's fight. As in clouds covered the sky, hit the sun, painted the world around us in multi-gray hues.
Еще раз прости меня. За сегодня и вообще.
Again, I'm sorry for the day and before.
Наверное, думал, я какая-то гадина.
You probably thought I was a nasty person, huh?
Посещали такие мысли.
Honestly, I had similar thoughts, yes.
Ой, дурак.
Idiot.
Хотела же честно.
You want to be truthful.
Я тогда тоже буду честной.
Then I'll also tell you the truth.
Я тебя задевала, потому что садистка.
Thought I bullied you because I'm a sadist or something.
Да-да-да. Как бы не так.
He says, that's right.
Я не знала, как по-другому привлечь твое внимание.
I just don't know how to get your attention. I gave Katya a surprised look.
Мальчики такие недогадливые.
You boys just can't read hints at all.
Ай.
Okay, I'm gonna be blunt the whole like, oh, they're picking you because they like you type of deal. I hate it. I have to be vague of. I haven't seen a lot of fan for a bit. I fucking hate that trope so much. Oh god, whenever somebody says like, oh, they're picking on you and like the opposite gender, they must probably like you or something. No. No. Fuck that. Fuck that nose into the screen. Ugh. Katya found her bro, and we stopped for a moment.
Все нормально.
I'm fine, let's move.
В костылях, наверное, очень неудобно.
Walking with clutches must be so uncomfortable. Mundane talk like that saved me from the embarrassment caused by Katya's candid words. I saw the image of us holding hands at the back of the police car in my mind.
Привыкаешь.
You get used to them.
Он очень помогает.
And mom helps a lot.
Ей и так одной нелегко, а тут еще я коллега.
She only has a left, and now I'm crippled as well.
Могу спросить?
Can I ask you something?
Рискни.
Think you saw it.
Твой папа.
Your dad. Katya curled her lips. I entered dangerous territory, but she relaxed after a moment in reply.
Вот в диспансере.
Oh, Dad used to work in a psych ward.
Я столько от него узнала про наших милых соседей.
I learned so much about our wonderful neighbors from him. She was trying to avoid the subject.
Полину. Там семейка еще та.
Take Polina, one hell of a family.
Ее отец дал бешеную маму в психушку.
Her grandpa was the one who sent Beasa's mom to the loot. Oh!
Харитон?
Hector?
Хотя не скажу, что без оснований.
But man, the legend, although he had his reason to do so.
Беши слухи распускала. Даже не слухи, а так. Бресла.
Beasa's mom spread these rumors, and they weren't even rumors, just straight up delusions.
Люди в поселке одержимы бесами.
She's,
Харитон, черт.
she said that the village, the people in the village were possessed, that old Gotten was a demon.
Засекречивай с утра пораньше. Вот черти и мерещат.
She'd always be drunk early in the morning, and that's how she saw demons, I guess. I remember the old man in the wheelchair and his foreboding tales.
Когда ее закрыли, Харитон стал присматривать за Бяшей.
And when she got locked up, Gotten started looking for Biaska.
Папашу Ромке отец рассказывал,
Dad also told me about Romka's deadbeat father.
что он проходит терапию как наркозависимый.
You know that he Is he talking about like Biaska's mom or Romka's dad? Because why did we see the Hold up. Hold up.
И про папашу Ромке отец рассказывал. Знал, что он проходит терапию как наркозависимый.
And what's about here? Okay, so there's a little spelling over the incorrect pronoun. Okay. Let me go to settings. So, to explain this,
Когда ее закрыли, Харитон стал присматривать за Бяшей. И про папашу Ромке отец рассказывал.
okay, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but like, listen carefully.
Знал, что он проходит терапию как наркозависимый.
What he said was on. Like on. Oni. Wait. On. Ana. Ani. Wait. Ya. Ti. Vi. On. Ana. Ani. Me. So, in terms of like the pronouns he and she, it's on for male and ana for female. So, since Katya said on, he's clearly talking about Romka's dad. I don't understand like why there was the C pronoun here.
Да-да-да. Из-за этого и лупит сынка.
That's why he beats his son all the time.
Не удивлюсь, если Ромка сам скоро встанет в диспансере на учет.
I won't be surprised if Romka walks the same boat
Какой-то жизнью.
with that kind of life he's leading right now. I did enjoy listening to other people's dark secrets. Drug addicts, mentally ill women, and when we went through the darkness, it didn't only reside to the first or the cobweb-ridden corridors of the old house. It often stirs in people's heads to awaken something dangerous, like demons or dormant monsters.
Что мы все о других? Расскажи о себе.
We've been talking to people for a while. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
А что рассказывать? Ты и так все знаешь.
What is it to tell? You already know everything.
Ничего я не знаю.
I feel like I know nothing.
Сказала, папа работал.
You say that your dad used to work.
Уволился?
Did he quit?
Бывает.
Well, stuff happened. Katya gazed towards the misty floating in front of us.
Имеешь дело с психами и сам теряешь разум.
When you deal with the faces for long enough, you go mad yourself.
Папка нашел себе молоденькую медсестру и слинял с ней кобель.
My daddy met a young nurse and fled the horn
Маме
dog.
пришлось вертеться, чтобы я ни в чем не нуждалась. И преподавать, и воспитывать меня.
Mom had to work very hard so I can have a nice childhood, both as a teacher and as a parent.
Знаешь, как она меня любит?
Do you know how much he loves me?
Если бы меня не стало, она бы, думаю, руки на себя наложила.
If I were gone, I think she'll kill herself.
Так что ты, считай, двоих спас.
So you actually saved 2 lives. My mind drew a drastic scene. The kids away for a class was saw, but instead of the teachers, the principal enters the classroom. He says that the day's lecture class was cancelled. That infantry scene scalded my heart and returned me to the tragic day. I'd like to fight the Lucen and then ask curiosity.
Помнишь, как тебя похитили?
Do you remember the moment we were kidnapped? Katya gulped. I can't say myself for talking too long. That was the worst possible question.
В чертах.
More or less.
Подошел сзади, схватил и я, наверное, потеряла сознание.
He came up from behind and grabbed me, and I probably lost consciousness. So it sounds so familiar.
Что как иначе это объяснить?
Because what other could there
У
be?
него было твое лицо, Антон, а потом как взмыл небо.
Whoa, what? He had your face, Anton, and then he just soared into the sky. Yes, yes.
Опять вот такая чертовщина началась.
There's something really weird started to happen. Ooh.
Я поняла, что это всего лишь кошмар. Потом, когда очнулась,
It was just all a nightmare. And then I woke up,
смотрю, он тащит меня по снегу.
and so I'm dragged me through the snow.
Хватит. Бросила на дорогу. Надеялась, кто-то найдет и...
I grabbed my bus and flew to the road. I hoped that somebody would find it. Katya stopped near the only 2 public buildings in the village and turned away from me.
Кать,
Katya, he was quiet.
Что, Кать?
What, Kat?
Я 12 лет, Кать.
You've been Katya for 12 years.
не надо. Все позади.
А ты знаешь, чего я больше всего испугалась в мясорубке этой?
You wanna know what's the scariest about the grinder?
Что умру и не признаюсь тебе.
I would day before confess that I would day before.
В чем?
Какой ты кретин, Антон Петров! В том, что ты мне нравишься!
Taking it back. So I was eating some chicken right now. So
Ты мне тоже.
uh,
Честно?
No. No.
Конечно, нравишься. По-моему, это очевидно.
Все вам, парням, очевидно.
Where's this goddamn romance coming from? Literally, what the fuck? Sorry, but like, after fucking hated goddamn for Sue, it's like Sue, he felt bad that he went missing, almost fucking died, but like, this I like you too? What the fuck, Ian Don? Are you thinking? No, stop it.
А девушки хотят слышать. Мы ушами любим, знаешь такое?
But no, I do not agree with this goddamn romance whatsoever.
Разрешишь тебя нарисовать? По рукам.
I might be skipping this section.
Круто. Ты в этом отличилась.
Родителям выдали квартиру. Учитель и врач – важные люди в поселке.
Oh, they'll give me an apartment. A teacher and a doctor, then most put me in the village.
Комфорт с видом на мусорную площадку.
Come with...
Жаль, нет лифта, мучаюсь с костылями.
So
Не
has-
могу добираться на 3-й этаж.
Ты позволишь?
Окончательно спятил! Придурок, я ж тяжелая!
Как пушинка.
Yeah, I don't agree with this. A female character munching on is like walk towards us. It's just a Goken bill confection made from kale mice nuts, usually walnuts, and fried in honey. I think my mom actually made this recently, not too long ago, too.
Вот так вот. Картина маслом, как в сериале бразильском. Ну, молодец, мальчуган, как не... Люди добрые. А говорят, американское кино молодежь попортила. Есть.
I'm gonna be skipping these parts. I'm sorry. No.
Настоящий.
No. You know, fuck it. No, I don't agree with this goddamn BS.
Проходи. Я
Oh, this actually is a really nice room. Hold up. Gotti probably does makeup and myself here. She has more makeup than my mom. I'm not good with dolls, but this thing must be expensive. Like, Lily Polina spoiled her only daughter. So why were the plastic ladies drinking tea? And why was Ken's head removed? Wait, wait, what? Fists. Fists are pretty low maintenance pets, an ideal vein for those who don't spend much time at home. And Gotti missed Glasso sometime and probably saw her in the village for multiple days.
Можно покормить твоих рыбок.
Can I feed you Fist?
только чуть-чуть.
Just don't overdo it.
Корм загниет, они умрут.
If their feed goes bad, it might kill them. We feed the fish. We feed the fish. Yes, we got the Aquaman achievement. We did it. Also, the participation medals for kids in youth arithmetic gymnastics competition. I had no idea she was into sports. Gotti had accomplished a lot before she ended up in the Black Loss. Oh yeah, no, I see all this gymnastic stuff too. Oh wow. Oh, that actually does add an extra bit of strategy too. If there's a Japanese cassette player and some sport inventory nearby, I can imagine how practicing the music here. Teddy. Gotti saw tippy toes with her hand gracefully pulled back and swift waving above her head. Oh, why do you feel so sad looking at this photo? Yeah, because you can't view this. It's like Gotti's reflecting the flame and turned around. She gave the room interior a look over and sighed.
До сих пор не верю, что все это позади.
I still can't believe all of this in the past now.
Мама всю жизнь грезила о спортивной карьере и вбила себе в голову, что я обязана воплотить ее мечту.
Mom always had dreams about a sports career, so she convinced her that I must take that dream a reality.
Мне так жаль. Все эти
Oh.
медали, фотки. Как ты будешь жить без гимнастики?
How do you leave without the gymnastic?
Уж точно не пойду в паралимпийскую сборную.
Should not become a Pauline. Gotti smiled all of a sudden.
Тон, меня тошнило от гимнастики.
Oh, it's really just supposed to fall himself.
Так, стань эдак. Что за чушь?
Stand like this, stand like that. What's up with that bullshit?
Единственная хорошая вещь, которая случилась за последнее время.
Is this the only good thing to come out of the latest events?
Я не обязана больше мотаться по соревнованиям.
I no longer need to go to all of the competitions.
Да-да-да. Теперь я делаю то, что мне вздумается.
I can do whatever I want.
Кто пуп земли? Катя пуп земли.
Что-то я не замечал, чтобы тебя в чем-то ограничивали.
I would have thought that you were limited in any way looking at you.
Это что? Критика? Ты считаешь меня избалованной?
What are you, criticizing me? Do you think I'm spoiled? Can you playfully laser the clutches?
Поговори мне тут, Петров.
Now you piss, Petrov.
И вообще, хватит прохлаждаться.
Попытаюсь.
Oh, I actually have something like this at home. It's like the old-style teapot. We just need to give ours like a nice cleaning.
Что там? Мыши завелись?
So go ahead, Nexus. Take it out, please. Oh, let me go and look among the kitchenwares.
Конечно.
I'm expecting a jump scare. Ooh, pills and goes.
Могу заставить себя крутить фарш.
I can't handle mincing the meat. I immediately feel sick.
Предоставь это мне.
Leave that to me. While I was mounting the meat grinder to the table, Katya jiggled with the dishes and slammed the vicious video. She pulled out meats, onions, and breadcrumbs. Bria immediately she cut the vegetables for the salad. I threw the ingredients into the meat grinder and got to work.
Береги пальчики.
Careful with your fingers. The groove spun, following the tendril, pressing the bits of pork into the blades. The finished minced meat squeezed through the gate.
Тщательнее перемалывай мясо.
Grind it more
Не
resolutely.
бойся, эта мясорубка никогда не сломается.
Don't worry, this meat grinder will never break. Oh, you know, some meat grinders are like genuinely well. No, some meat grinders are literally really good quality. Holy hell. Like the meat grinder my family has, it's still working. To this day. I stick it into my tongue and chewed on it. The meat is calming down. The few we treated to its dark layer.
С тобой как странная семейка.
Really crazy family.
Дорогой, что на ужин?
What's for dinner? I played.
Котлетки, дорогая.
Я ела бы их 3 раза в день.
У меня для тебя хорошая новость. Котлеток хватит.
Next winter.
Ой,
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, no, no, you don't fuck.
думаю, что они должны быть.
Я тот еще кулинар.
Ну, Петров, не возьмут тебя в программу СМАК.
That, okay, actually, that's a really nice inspection.
Сама. Ой, держи крепче. Так, можно?
I am skipping this.
Кать, не
Просто голова
Seriously, I do not accept the Katyusa.
Ну ладно. Вроде...
летит. Мама,
No. I am not accepting this.
это лишь... Ты мой так.
Okay, I believe this is going to be the same thing. So let's refuse the medicine. So I believe...
Кать,
Yeah, you refuse to take medication at Katya's place.
Катюш, что случилось?
Activate
У тебя рана открылась.
and panic flew off the blanket. I was able to see bandages soaked with blood, but I wasn't able to see what really happened. Katya's leg was missing up to a knee. Oh god. They devoured Katya as the greedy monks devoured the bubbly meat of the lumpy stump. The biggest rat was trying to suck out the nail mark from the white swamp of the mess.
Это ты виноват!
Katya twitched and I realized what was happening. Her body was sinking between the sofa two halves. And I felt a void water willing somewhere and seas compared deep inside the sofa.
Ты собрался!
going way up. Hatred and pain disfigured Katya's face, made it unrecognizable. Sofa's flap lifted, its leg tore off the floor.
Кто тебя не ждет?
Nobody's waiting for you.
Слабый и гадкий.
You're weak and nasty.
Никому не нужен.
Nobody wants you. Thick black blood flew out of Katya's mouth among the words. Katya was descending into the meat grinder, dangling like a cloth doll. I heard the crackling bones and the stiff cries of a child.
Не отворачивай.
The furniture melted out, Hosing peeled off the sofa, burning its cast iron sides. Meat's walls peeled from under the wallpaper. The bed was turning into the black rods. I didn't escape it. I will never be able to leave it. That is an art piece. Oh, is this photographs as well? A torn up face full of the bloody syrup. Its white lips to its Katya's face talking. Yeah, I think I should have lowered. I'm sorry, everyone. We're lowering the voices again. They went hall into the open doors. A giant with a huge head, adorned with long ears, waited for me at the doorsteps. His scars reminded me of the bruising scar. But after it came of the likes of you. The whole pack had a little bit in the moon. But you had to be special. Yumi will dissolve into stomach acids. Your souls will be claimed by the fullest. Your name will be forgotten. The monster's cold hands fell on my shoulder. Its claws pierced my muscles. The giant tore me off from the divan and stuffed me headfirst into the funnel. I did more mischievously. Don't worry, this meat grinder will never break. My hands were outstretched so they ended between the blades first. Careful with your fingers. My wits fell to the tray. The next moment, the blades cut off my arms up to the elbows, blood glattered the stumps. The blades drew closer. I felt the steels eating into my face. The last thing I could were only to fade and scream. Not only the garage, but also last month, in the van, the Katya escaped from the serial killer of the bank. I clutched the phone. The speaker was silent. Okay, so we're now going through the usual. I don't know if anything's different if we do the Katya section. There's a chance it might be exactly the same. Yeah, so it's literally the same thing. Okay, let's take the pills at Katya's place, but another set of achievement. Blue pill. So there's Wet Bella, Belina, Blue Pill, at Katya's. I wonder if there's like a different title for... Yep, and we got the coma ending. Okay, so literally all I'm getting today, chat, is the comas. So I label today's stream the coma stream, since that's the ending we keep on getting. So it looks like, oh right, offing the dog. I meant to scale this sway on one side with a fan, of a fan on the others. I imaged view of vivid picture. The blizzard cuts off from civilization, and now we need to survive on our own. Yeah, kinda. Is it the dog or your axe? Yeah. This is the worst. Heart drops on my face. Oil very in its steed. I really don't like how this one is going. She screamed in a scary, squeaky voice as he put her little fist into her cheeks. She clutched a bright ribbon in one of them, her improvised collar. A neat grind for the dog that she had no use for anymore. I felt a pain of shame in my heart. I stepped towards my sister, who saw everything from behind my back. She saw my senseless killing of a man's best friend. Hey, hold on, I need to close it up, okay. I know, like, since this was one of the first choices of the chapter, so hopefully this will lead to, like, a good amount of different choices. The axe. This game has a true root that's very difficult to reach, by the way. Or have you already reached that root as a true? Also, first off, hello, thank you for dropping by, what's the name of the true root? Because most likely, Greg, I have not reached the true ending. For context, the endings I've gotten are the... Hold on, let me go back over here. I got the coma ending I got the coma ending for both Belina and Katia. And I got the ending where either killed Euler or Belina or Anton sacrificed himself. So I got the insane assignment ending, the coma ending, and the one where you see grown-up Euler being taken. So there's a true ending. Thanks for letting me know. Is there like a website that can let us know about which choice is the next? I see these seem to see him here. Yeah. Now explain. Okay. What are the major choices for each chapter, if you don't mind me asking? I might write this down. Now explain? Okay. With her axe. See when tears cloud her eyes. Oila stared at me surprised and realized he was scared. She was afraid of me if I were a murderer, a psycho that killed animals for fun. I slid my hand across my sticky face. You don't get it. Stay away. She was almost choking on her tears. Please. You're a monster, just like those that will come at night. I reached my sister, but she was shrieking even harder after noticing the blood on my hands. I grabbed a tile that was hanging on a nearby cloak and terrified Vancouver to wipe off the scarlet splatters. Then Oila suddenly screamed and hushed towards the nasty pot in the middle of the hallway. She's alive? Can I fix her up? Can't be. That's an image I didn't want to see. Its red fast trembles in both, something gray put out of its flesh. Get back. I shoved Oil towards the fridge. The dog's body was hollow like a rotten fruit. That's why it was so easy to crack under the axe's blade. Is that a reference to the thing? Something nasty festered inside the dog. It probably controlled the dog, led to that house. The slimy abomination emerged from the dog's corpse. Just after a moment, a giant insect was already written on the floor. Cup spiders. Okay. Collect all of the clues like the glove, samples made, and so on. You also need to follow Alice's route, not eating the food at the end of episode. Then you need to kill the dog, let the guests in, take the cross, and feed the animal's dog meat. Then you'll have to chew it. Okay, got it. Hold up. I will quickly take a screenshot of this message. Thank you so much for explaining it to me. Yeah, okay, so it's on the Alice's route. Got it. I think... question. Is the photograph one of the clues? Can you give me a quick list of all of the clues just to make sure I have them? Because there's a chance I might not have them all. And so I need to... Just a wind spider and flooded, sprinkling red droplets everywhere. The mutant, a mix of centipedes, a spider, and a butterfly, dragged its hair right towards me. Its cropped legs crackled against the floor, and a thin line of sealed dropped from its tiny maw. Yellow bolts posed out of the creature popped, its legs shredded and dropped to the floor. Followed by Ollie's fallen unconscious at my feet. My axe peeked out of its vile mass. The insect had inside dogs like a smaller Matryoshka inside the bigger one. The main thing is to make sure you got all of the evidence. You'll need to follow it. A seed with a police phone number. It's on the refrigerator. You can pick it up at the beginning of the game when Anton wants to go outside. Oh, I never knew that. Okay, I don't have that, so yeah, let's try this actually. I thought Elisa was feeding something to the dog the day we first met. I hit the wall and slid to the floor, my face burned my hands. I felt the urge to vomit, but I took a deep breath and it went away. Snow squeaked outside the window as if somebody had closed it to take a look at us. I strained my hearing so hard to keep. I guess I just imagined it. All nerves, as Dad used to say, and Mom would add the nerve cells don't recover. I need to stay strong until they come back, soon, any moment now. I scanned the hallway that looked more like a slaughterhouse, pale oil lying in the center of it with my eyes. I can't beat my pants with a gift like that. I bought a blanket and peeled from my bedroom. I took oil and moved it towards the staircase, further away from the butchered creature that used to nest inside the stray dog. Oil would stay here under my watch. Who knows who could knock on the window in her room? Oil creaked when her cheeks were no longer pink, her skin was ashy gray. I touched for her face with my lips. I didn't need to thermometer to tell what she had a high fever again. The sick carcass of the disgusting bug among the Zulka's pelts, I wrapped it in the seeds and put it into the freezer. Oh, this is Feed the Monsters later. There's also the glove, the cassette tape, Simon's win, and a photo of the gold blade. So take the photo, you need to win. Okay, I know the camera part. And then try to save the girl in the gloves, and then Anta will take her. Hey, quick question. How do you properly save the girl in the gloves? Because I feel like I'm not doing it correctly during that section, if you can tell me. I would say they believe me the time at best. I managed to wipe the dog's blood with a towel, but I had a hard time with the remaining sticky ooze. In the end, I scraped them off with a knife that I first wanted to use for the dog. I think that soap from the sky outside, the house slowly felt like a hurricane was trying to uproot it. Just like Dorothy's house before, it flew into the land of Oz, but instead of a giant magician, the place they were going to was ruled by the man of death. The night and blizzard smeared ink all over the windows and into the house. It's on your native language? Okay. The clue of the photograph. Once we get the camera from Walmart, during the section of the garage, we have a chance to save Katya. I feel like I'm not doing that section correctly. How do I properly save Katya? Извините, я могу говорить, ты знаешь по-русски? Это твой правда... Sorry. Just spam it? Oh, it really can't be safeguarded. The night in blizzard smeared ink all over the house screen. Even if somebody was to watch it from the outside, their face appeared on the edge, you won't even see them. How strong were the bolts in the door? How long were the creeping darkness? I shrank after hearing an ear-rending scream in the surrounding darkness. Was it the wind or the agony of hunger? The monstrous... Wait, I feel like... Yeah. Then I noticed a pool of blood on the floor, but exactly was my path. Okay. But if you try to save her, you'll take a photo of the book. Wait, got it. Wait. Okay, so this is... Yeah, and this is when we get kidnapped. So save her, you'll take the photo, babe. How did he find me?
Служебные овчарки кое-как наследие.
Our dog's barely able to catch it. Okay, so that's the difference between keeping the dog alive, and then there's all of this section. Okay, let's see how this route is diff. Oh, like this is just grabbing stuff for her. That, yes, this is all fake. Fakers. Make the phone call. Also, Gavin, can you also like put in the chat all of the possible phone numbers we can enter? I was curious about the different dialogues that can come from it.
Сдаешься?
Yeah, this is a why is the entire section of this? Okay, let's refuse it so we don't get into the coma. the call. Nobody. Boarded. Look. I remember I was here again. Oh yeah, this is Melina. Take the cross. Dog meat.
Стойте! Сейчас!
I need to buy time. I need to see now my list is about Ultimate Plan. Okay, so how does this actually go? I front open the pizza and dug out a frosty bloodstick sack.
Есть угощение!
I have a treat for you. A scream clutched the remains of the parasite that made its home inside Zorka. The house wobbled like a bad tooth. The base of the house squeaks. The jacket hit my face.
Покормлю вас, обещаю! Только оставьте нас в покое!
I'll feed you, I promise. Just leave us alone. The blizzard put like a cat that was tired of playing with it, the mouse. Give. Before Polina could realize what was going on, I opened the front door. I didn't see anything because of the blizzard, but I knew. Black, barely skinless silhouettes stood in the snowy field a couple of steps away from me. They stood there, practically waiting for me to throw them the promised meat. Oh, that is a disgusting achievement name, Hot Dog. Wow. They really couldn't help themselves with that achievement name. I threw the dog meat into the wind, shut the door, and went towards the window. Connolly's shadows lodged at the base of the unkeep, drew the cloth and bit into the meat. They turned short, facing their head towards the dark sky. Feast all you want, but it wasn't enough for them. The bear was supposed to jump away from the feast. He fell on one side and started dangling his leg. It would have looked funny if his movements weren't as scary. Nasty. Chewed up sludge dripped from its maw. What? It's not tasty at all. They plead and haul, dragging their bellies of the snow at the casket. The bear standing on all fours started burying meat in the snow. Almost screamed with multiple pairs of burning eyes towards me. The beast rushed to the barricades and I jumped back to my friend. Claws slashed and the woods pulled at the planks, but the piece of broken foot held fall. Paws invade the house and slapped on the walls. Saliva splashed everywhere. The just clicked. The bullets held firm, making the monsters like adventures worse. If you don't give us some raw meat, we'll eat it roasted. We'll peel the crust off for you, sweeties. A tiny light splashed behind the boards. A hunch of what was about to happen pinned me to the floor, but Colin was supposed to voice it. Oh! Also, in the third episode, you need to draw a portrait of the criminal for the police officer when he comes to the schools. Also, asking, okay, that one, got it. Got it. I have a feeling for that too. We have to escape through the back door. Wait here. I'll be right back. I acted as quickly as I could. It felt more like the Mandarin Ant was dominating me at this time. I put the axe down and we cheated. Wait, hold on. Did I say this? I don't know. It was nice to make the correct John. Well, we'll just make so. Well, let's see if we can speed one. But the correct one is better.
Хорошо.
I think everything's fine. I don't know why, but I feel I'm skipping this current route just to make so I can quickly get to the correct ending. The one they think on us. They will. Please don't think about it. When I covered oil with a coat, the air became hot, almost scorching. What should I think about now? The burning one cracked, the smell of acid scorched my lungs. I wiped away the sweat from my face with my shoulder. The smoke was already shaking its way towards our feet on the floor. We need to hurry, but I couldn't squeak up to panic in front of my little sister. Remember how we hang out at the Daxa?
Помнишь, каким был крыжовник?
Remember what the goose plates were like? Sour. Her face sank.
Вода в колодце.
And the water in the well?
Но мне ее пить не разрешали.
Cool, but they won't let me drink it. Something cracked and fell on the thud on the other side of the wall. That was splashing gaps. The beast was dancing with view of Sammy. My fingers clutched the axe handle, a pitiful defense against those who came from below. Do you remember the last base? I do.
Я тогда про малину думала.
Think about them. Think about it and don't look around. I rolled a weakened oar to my chest, while clutching the axe in my right hand. The smoke assaulted my eyes. It eat on the footstool rinsed thickly. Polina, oh hi, Polina. They're going to suffocate.
Скажи, что здесь есть черный ход.
Say, do you have a back door here? We do. Follow me.
За мной.
I kicked the door open and swung with the axe at the empty air just in case. The porch was empty. Still, we could only see someone 20 feet in front of us. The wall of snow blocked out everything past that point. We like we never before. A yellow glow illuminated the road. The flames stuck into the empty house. Studio glass cracked and sprayed from the windows. Ola could barely move her legs. Sometimes I pick her up and carry her in my arms, with her boots dangling in the air. But even despite that, Polina couldn't catch up to us. It was even lighter outside now. I didn't look back, but I had a good idea of how foot turned into a huge puree. Had to fight about my paintings, my VHS tapes, the photos in our clothes. The flames roared in a cry with a frenzied wind. Sparks filled the sky. Something huge flew past us in the blizzard. A sudden gust of wind tore the hat off Oila's head and carried it into the hungry darkness, but I didn't dare to look back. We jumped over the fallen coats. I felt like dozens of hornets smoked my cheeks. My thoughts raised my skin. My lungs were on the verge of dispersing. Oh, wait, I actually have another question I must ask. In episode 3, you could play a mini game with Oila. Is there a specific thing I have to do during the mini game section or no? The duck hunt mini game. Something creased my foot. I knew we were doomed, but I acted cool. One step, another. My twisted ankle sent walks of pain into my brain. It does nothing, got it. Oila turned around after all and moaned from horror. I didn't want to know what she saw. We stepped out of the darkness. A thin country road seeped between the smagged roots. This is where we'll die. My sister felt incredibly heavy all of a sudden. My lung rested to the torture. We couldn't run anymore. We rolled. Polina was mumbling something in desperation. The trees flashed past us, turning into a jumble of icy spikes. Branches twisted like paws of evil howls and tried to blind us with their crooked fangs. Oila's hand was slipping out of mine like it was oiled up. The forest trails soon ended, and we were among the towering pines of snow. Our soles kept on breaking the fuzzy soil and sticking to snow. We had to rise our knees up super high. My muscles bad, we were out of breath. But the thing chasing us didn't have fatigue.
Я больше не могу.
Can't do this anymore.
Мы должны.
We must. It's enough that I fell face first from exhausting myself. The eternal cold of the cricket scalded my face. The pain and the horror made tears spray from my eyes, immediately freezed on my cheeks. Oila sat beside me, her breathing ragged, and started intensely into the darkness. I wanted to protect her, but all I could mutter was holding out my weakened hand towards her. I think, oh, this was the cross or the fang would have come in handy. Oh, okay. I was a bit curious. What was the point of the cross or the claw? This was when things could have gotten better. Okay. Clinging in desperation to the idea that popped in my head, I took out the black cross I scavenged from home. It was old and looked burned, but I forced myself to imagine that it was a weapon against evil, just like the movie Exorcist. But it was trailing behind us the entire time was past me.
Брось это. Они близко.
Stop it, they're here. The shadows clocked in on us, taking the form of animals, of disgusting carnival in the dark forest. Billy was clearly out of bed, stopped, and gave me a surprised look.
Это не поможет. Мы просто умрем здесь и сейчас.
This won't help. We're just gonna die here. I remember Grandma's funeral. Her fairy tales across had guarded a dwelling from intruders. No wolves would ever enter my home. It was just a dream. Or maybe. Oh, this is an interesting one. Let's go. Let's play with Oila. I cast aside the axes and saw Grandma's cross towards the darkness. Billy said at me in horror and confusion. Be gone. Darkness scooted mockingly. The shadows kept closer.
Я приказываю вам.
Hey, what are you?
Брось. Нам нужно спасаться.
Leave it. We need to get out of here. Belina sounded desperate and annoyed.
Это не помогает.
Can you see? It's no use. I don't want to die.
Я тоже не хочу.
Me too. Me too, I don't want to. Oil touched me, plead for me to run with her. We can't run, there's no time. I need help, some supernatural powers against the monsters. I squeezed my eyes shut and imagined my grandma standing in the corner under the icons with her back towards me. The chant team taught her grandkid how to defend from those who look in the night. My pulse lips parted. It was stupid, but...
На острове Буяне в Синем океане стоит домовина. В ней
What was next? Blaine stared at me in disbelief.
сало и глина.
With every word, I lifted up the frozen man and raised my head higher and higher.
Волосы седые, чертям еда. А раба Божьего Антона не тронут никогда.
I paid no mind to my stunned friend and finished the chant almost screaming.
Бесы забудут дорогу к дому.
Ola also screamed at that moment. Hideous owl whose claws moving from darkness itself dragged me sister into the snowy abyss. Belinda tried to catch it, but Oil just disappeared, going in the blink of an eye. This was not real, just my mind playing tricks on me, just me going insane. But Oil is alive and well. She's in the room with Mom and Dad, and definitely not in the middle of this frozen night dead.
Антон! Оля мертва!
A tear tracked down my neck. I didn't care anymore, not about my exhaustion or the approaching death.
Нет, нет, это все обман.
This is not real.
Оля жива. Они просто пугают нас.
This was trying to scare us. I have to admit that it was my mistake. My plan didn't work. Oila's dead. I needed to run safe myself. Call for Mom. Tell her that Oila's charming light was snuffed out. Or keep believing me close. Recite the last words of the chant. Felt someone knew me as they choke on their hysterical screams. There is no salvation from this darkness, but I need to decide. But finishing the prayer,
Мертвому. Живое к живому.
we need science fell over surroundings. I looked at the closet in my numb fingers. It seemed like the metal became even blacker. Blackness stems from its thickened smoke. It enveloped my wrist, going into coldness, and went up my arm. Darkness invaded me, or on the contrary, I was teleported into the cosmic abyss. The disrupted absolute darkness, but stars started flashing around me. It felt like they kept me afloat, weightless on the edge of reality. I'm sorry? What? The buzzing and slowly eating away at my mind, and the willpower with unearthly fear delayed to back us up, and then realized those were eyes. A markers of universal looked at me through the thin veil between the worlds. It was so huge my brain refused to register its size. Loneliness and desperation incarnated, the one who works in mysterious ways in the never-ending light. I gasped as I returned to my body, to the forest, to the scared Belina. My heart was thumping, the feeling of desperation made my blood run. I turned my gaze towards the pine top, and then something gigantic fell from the sky, breaking trees and fulfilling its smoky crater in the middle of the forest. The snow, the frozen soil, branches and block of ice flew all over the place, covering us. The branches that lay on top were burning. They rained down ash on the hole that was littered with fallen trees. Belina broke out of the snow with giant difficulty and crawled towards me, fingers interlocked. Heat emanated from the creature that started wiggling in the crater among with blinding lights. Did it spawn a bloody biblical angel? What the and all the creature was indescribable and unspeakable. Millennia ago, it might have driven man barefooted across it in fantastic surrounding deserts of the lake. I couldn't help but smile looking at it. I'm with you, Polina.
Ты уже это видишь? Скажи, я не сошел с ума?
See to say I'm not mad, am I? I agree with you, Polina.
Не должно быть!
What's this? The creature stated out its form, ever-changing, made out of brimstone and a bubbling substance, cold, liquid, and gratuitous at the same time. It buzzed and talked to us in an unknowing language. Inside the ensemble of rotating rings, white wings and bulging eyes, mouths opened up like runes. They chanted monotonous speeches that resemble prayers. Flames burst out of crimson holes like they were swords and slid on top of the sizzling substance without harming the creatures. It was so unnatural and wrong, so scary and incomprehensible that I wanted to go blind just to unsee this thing born by the universe. To unhear the mumbling of the thing that was fire in the rain, the ice and the wings. As my body turned to stone, I even turned around at the sound of my pursuer. Who was that giant? Why didn't he answer my call? What will happen to us? Questions got swept out of my head. The celestial gas rose up over the crater and produced a rumbling hum, making the entire area around us vibrate. The wings rubbed against the swirling circus, the creature gilded towards the pack. The trees that the giant wings touched burst into flames like matches. Flames painted the darkness red. Black soil was uneven after the absurd figure, as if somebody traced a line with a marker on pristine white paper.
Что это такое?
Says that thing? Somebody screamed amid the smoke. A howl, full of otherworldly suffering, rolled across the tiger. A pack met the celestial horror face to face.
Значит, бабушка знала
My grandma knew.
О чем?
About what?
о кресте, что с его помощью можно вызвать...
About the cross to summon. I didn't know what name to give the thing that descended from the heavens. It looked nothing like an angel. From all the shock I endured, I didn't even notice how the cross I had been clutching all the time grew red hot. I yelled at it in pain and dropped it. The cross disappeared in the snow pile. It dissolved in the snow as if it accomplished its mission, leaving only a stem of white steam and snake-like hissing. Who would have thought that the world of an ancient chant among women and Christmas-looking cross that was a family emblem could lead to us? The realization that my grandma could be somehow connected to this cosmic guest left me speechless. The thing that could barely be called an angel as horrific as a demon that chased us. The pines fell filling the night with heart-rending screeching, a pursuit screamed at the top of their lungs.
Бежим!
1. We rushed in opposite direction. A ball of fire grew behind our backs, the fire raged, its flames licking the tree trunks, eating away at the fizz needles. The snap sizzles as it boiled, a pine fell, kicking up boulders of spark. Car? I could see the low beam of cars slowly driving towards us. We jumped out into the road and started waving our hand. The car screwed to the side of the road. I almost suffocated from joy and relief when I saw my father.
Где вы были? Что тут происходит?
What's going on?
Пожар! Наш дом сгорел!
Our house is gone.
Выбери отсюда, пожалуйста!
Get out of here,
Где
please.
твоя сестра?
Where's your sister? Billy kept glancing at the flames and golf butts.
Потеряла ее.
So, my dad kept jumping in one place as he held the door open for us.
А я только научился тебе
I
доверять.
just learned to trust you.
Скажи, где мама?
And where's mom? Dad would play with an angry fan.
Не разминулись.
We've missed each other,
Должна быть где-то тут поблизости.
but she must be somewhere close. We'll find her. He glared at the floors and spat an anger, pulling out and got in the back seats. Dak took his place at the rear and the car took off, fire gleamed into the windshield. What's that creature, Anton? We saw a bloody angel. Forget it, Dad. We just imagined something before us. Car beams cut through the darkness. I imagined the creature made eyes, rings of light. How it animated the nasty beast, turning their meat to ash and easily crushing their bones, accompanied by their never-ending howls and indescribable horror. How it destroyed the disgusting mask. I saw it so clearly as if it were reality. A couple of smoldering masks, a bunny and a fox. Their fur blackened from the fire, and their silks widened until they became a single whole. Relief, but at the same time sweated from fear. In a semi-dark near the soil-covered graveyard, Bus stopped towards another lonely finger. One more monster that stretched out its claws past towards us. But then a blurry silhouette catches its face as if removing something, and I limp in my seat. That woman!
Мама!
Mom!
Говорил же!
Told you. The car stopped. Mom slid inside the flat as a happy smile.
Живые. А где Оленька?
Where's our Oila?
Мы как раз едем ее искать.
We are just about to go look for her.
Искать.
Ты ее потерял?
But did you lose her? We survived, but at what cost? Oil was gone. It's my fault.
Я был с тобой все время.
I even mind. I was with you the entire time.
Антон, что за херня у вас там произошла?
Anton, what the hell did even happen to you guys?
Это место меня убивает. Говорила.
I told you this place was killed. I told you.
Нашли нас. А теперь Оля пропала.
Plus they found us, and now oil has gone missing. Did
Ненавижу.
you? I wish that was over. Mom and Dad could no longer see the light and dark since our guiding light was snuffed out.
Заткнись, заткнись, заткнись!
Ненавижу.
Scream Paulina pressed her back into the seat and turned towards the window, probably in the hopes of catching a glimpse of the morning through the dark clouds. I didn't want to go to a place where my parents would kill each other or get divorced. I don't want to go to like the future. I can escape right now, deep in the forest where the giant from the skies attacked the crazed cannibals. I need to finish them off. I need to save my oiler. My inner voice darted in my head is whispered cloaking on fear. We need to run on the stony chair to get our true face. Save the pack, save my sister. Without noticing, I started tugging at the hand of the locker, trying to get back to the forest which I was so eager to escape minutes ago. But before I managed to jump out, a roar of otherworldly creatures rolled across the forest. My thoughts took it like Kessel. The world lost its softness as it felt like a nightmare was about to wake up from. In the next moment, I could no longer remember the nightmare. The voice that made my head his soul whispered to me.
Не понимаю, что я здесь делаю.
Weird, I don't know what to do.
Где здесь? Где мы?
What? Where's here? Where are we?
Что здесь произошло?
What happened?
Ничего не помню.
I can't remember. A fog enveloping my memories. After another moment passed, I forgot about the existence of the celestial horde entirely. Who are you? I tried to get my thoughts, but the crazy thing was about that I didn't even know the answer myself. I am what? We gotta have to drive it. A black tree jumped in front of us, and my conscience flashed from white from the crack, only to disappear in the darkness, along with my remaining memories. Peasant dead. What is this ending? An ancient female form was slaying a bunch of demons, wielding at their feet with a sword. Wet wings that looked like snails adored the celestial being's back, a silent hair illuminating her perfect face. The critic pointed out Anton Spifio's immaculate use of lighting. The painting was practically embodied with light, and a maximal source of an author distinguished him from other Orthodox Christian painters, elevating him to the level of his great predecessors like Andrei Vasile Belov. Hold up, wait. Hold up, you guys. So, I need to pull up Cinema. Can I find... Someone found the exact image that Anton's face looked like. I need to find it, because it was so funny. I don't know why, it was like generally so funny that someone found like the exact image they used. So if I can't find, yes. Apparently, someone believed they found the exact image that was used for like photo basing for Anton's like adult model. And like, if this is true, that is way too funny. Like, I know like they are currently working on like a more proper art asset for like a Dark Anton, but like, what it is like, okay, we need to quickly get like a photo from Photobas, and then someone found. I'm sorry. That'd be not bad. I looked down at the evil running away from the golden blade. Where did I get the idea of these beasts like creatures? My dream? I wasn't sure since I didn't remember my dreams. The angel part was easy to pin down since I lived with one even though he was wingless. Honey. I blinked. The voice of my wife rang out of the faraway place, gliding through the fog of my thoughts. Even though just a minute later, I couldn't tell what I was thinking about.
Ты здесь?
Here? I turned around. I have been amazed from the upteenth time in the last 9 years how beautiful the woman who agreed to walk down the aisle was with me was. Below a green floor-length dress, it sparkled. Silky hair sent across her bare shoulders, she was something way more modest and covered her head with a scarf. Our pastor's jaw would have dropped if he saw one of his Congress in such a usual attire. Dad mumbled something in the kitchen. Mom burst out laughing, snapping me back to reality.
Я здесь. Слава богу, я здесь.
I'm here. Thank God I'm here. Pulling a smile at me, wasn't the smile of the source of inspiration for the light that so critics value so highly?
Не смотри так, я смущаюсь.
Don't look at me that, you're making me sigh. She crosses Spitz's living room. Every time my parents visit, they were thrilled with the size and interior of our house. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, Scribblina, this is a nice kitchen background. Wait, hold up. I actually want to see more of this kitchen, not gonna lie. I kinda want a kitchen like that. Shoot. But for me, the most important thing about this was the fact that every needed he symbolized love and care for each other.
Хорошие новости.
Good news.
Папа научился управлять системой умного дома.
Have Dad finally learned how to use the smart house system?
Не настолько хорошие.
Nah, this is good. I hugged my wife and put my head over her belly.
Я отменила гастроли.
I canceled the tour?
Ты же так хотела выступить в Пекине.
I wanted to perform in Beijing so badly.
Pekин никуда не денется.
Beijing isn't gonna go anywhere.
Существовал тысячи лет.
It exists for 1,000
Я
years.
выйду из декрета.
I can wait until I finish my maternal leave. And as I agree with Mom, our future baby kids.
Буду играть для вас.
I'll play for you and for the Lord. Amen. God looked after our marriage. He gave us talent and helped us find success. And the most important thing we were thankful for was the fog of oblivion with which our gracious Lord covers our memories. Oh no, that is a nice kitchen. Wow. Not a big fan of the oven, to be honest, but like, yeah, you can't win them all. I did have this exact fridge at my house. Wow. That is it. That is like the exact fridge. Minus this data? What the fuck? Including the image of a golden oiler, the little sister I had no memories of anymore. I just knew that she died. I tried asking my parents, but I saw how painful it was for them every time, so I relented. We couldn't remember what happened in the village at the edge of the world in the Black Forest. Oblivion was blissful. That's what my parents and my pastor said. Who knows what wonders of trials of childhood memories in the darkness.
Папа, пока резал салаты, 2 рюмки коньяка принял.
Dad drank 2 shots of cognac while cutting the salad. Mom bought the cake. The wool cardigan and the golden chain she wore added a simple yet warm elegance to her look. Although she'd said that the biggest risk of her youth was her son's happiness.
Не 2 рюмки, а 3. И все во благо.
Not 2 shots, 3, and all for good. Oh yeah, I can believe my also been photomask. Dad went into the room right before Mom, rubbed his glowing belly and shot me a serious wink.
Посмотрите на эту красоту. С вишнями.
Look at this beauty with cherries on top.
Давайте же скорее.
Let's get it up already.
Может, начнем с подарков?
Haven't we started with the gifts after all?
Истину говоришь, невестка. Подарки в студию.
Vice, what's daughter-in-law? Bring out the
Уже
gifts.
на месте, ждут нас.
They're already here, waiting for us. We sat on a fluffy rug near the Christmas tree that was decorated with angels and silver bells. Dad got the package with his name.
Давайте сперва помолимся.
Let's play first. Blaine looked at me with beaming eyes. My parents waited.
Спасибо за пищу и дом. И этих чудесных...
This is
Отлично.
well said.
Ну, приступаем.
Mom handed me a flat box. I took the wrapping paper with liquid on my
Что там,
face.
пап? Ставлю на галстук.
But what's inside, Dad? I bet it's a tie.
Нет, не от меня.
That's not for me.
Кто же еще так лепит скотч?
Who else would tape it like that?
Забыла сказать. Это принес почтальон утром.
Because a postman bought this morning.
С запиской, представляешь?
It had a note attached, funny
И
enough.
какой?
What was in the note?
Три слова. От старого друга.
From an old friend. Polina got distracted by my mom's question. I opened the gift. The bunny's mask. This is where the host gonna come in. The wind became unbearably hot, and I was assaulted with chilling cold. I was standing to Pandora's box. Taking a peek behind the door to help, I've been hiding from the church for years. That I saved myself from my prayers and blissful amusement. The mask pulsated like a beating heart. Mom was having a laugh with Polina, and Dad was trying to his new sweater. Hello, Bunny. Здравствуйте, зайчик. I gritted my teeth. A dark tide rushed at me from the mask. Bits and pieces of memories floated in. I saw the forested hell, the endless desert under the dead sky. I saw the black walls oozing blood and drowning dying screams. I saw demons dancing on the fire, wiggling and jumping around. My forgotten life. My present.
Что?
What?
Ты в порядке, милая?
Are you okay, sweetheart?
Да. Так странно себя почувствовала. Как сонная его.
I just felt so weird, so I was daydreaming.
Видно гормоны.
Let's see the hormones.
Очень интересная вещь, дорогой.
What the interesting thing, honey? Try me on. The one dug through my gray matter, within my gray of my brain.
Примерь ее.
Try it on. My wide red lips open, her pearly teeth still in her mouth. Eat an apple. What?
Так и Ева, науськанная змеем, соблазняла Адама.
That's how Eve, after being deceived by the serpent, tried to lead Adam astray.
История повторяется.
Is this a reenactment of that biblical story?
Я не Ева. И мы не в райском саду.
I'm not Eve, and we're not eating either. My wife leaned onto me, and I felt her pounding against my shoulder. But what about the Lord? What about everything we believed in? I started the pain with a female angel confused and as if pleading for help. My bell also saved the attention to the mask.
Что за старье? Кто такое дарит?
What's up with this old crap? Who'd even give something like that?
На тебе, Боже, что нам не гоже.
They probably just want to get rid of it.
Не слушай их. Надень, милый.
My parents just shrugged and replied, leaving the decision in my hands. Lady's mind was tender. I couldn't let her turn her down. I closed my eyes, felt the surface of the mask with my skin, and for some reason, it was so warm and damp. My family, Blaine burst out laughing. Relieved, my mom looked away. He returned, little exile. Dad looked at me with sad eyes, but his voice was cheerful.
Так что там наш торт? Хозяин, приступай.
So, what about a cake? Come on, master of the house. Master echoed the voice only I could hear.
Он сегодня задумчивый.
So pensive today.
Всегда так.
Always have been.
Сына, до Нового года пара часов. А мы желаем славы.
Sonny, there's just a couple of hours up until New Year's Eve. We desire sweets.
Конечно.
Right, come on, bunny, bring on the tasty meats. Oh, it's gonna be bloody. I'm absolutely betting I bet it's gonna be a bloody cake. Oh, that's a nice animation.
Куда ты
What do you do? You don't
Они
do.
не ждут.
Так я за них. Праздник же.
It's not an object for them. It's a holiday after all. I took the knife and held it over the tasty treat. A day of screaming meat. For the fox, for the bear, the whistle was born behind my frontal bone. My face went numb under the mask. My hands shook.
Полина, ты устроишь для нас небольшой концерт.
Polina, can you perform a little concert for us?
Если хотите.
If you wish.
Так лучше дурацких голубых огоньков.
It's much better than all those little blue lights. Oh yeah, I heard about this one. musical variety show that aired on Soviet television since the 1962 20 Days Holidays. The show was slowly phased out of TV broadcast by 1988. Was brought back after an almost 10-year-long hiatus in 1998 in the modern day. It airs every year on New Year's Eve, right after the president's address. Yeah, it's like a little bit of context, everyone, for the Russian New Year. As his name implied, it's like a little like a show before the New Year, and then literally the president will give a little speech to the people for the New Year. So literally imagine imagine right before New Year's happened, you get like a broadcast message from the president welcoming the New Year. So like in the past few years, there's just been Putin giving a message to the Russian families, but like for one particular year, John F. Kennedy gave a New Year's speech to the Russian people. I'm not joking. Like imagine you sitting in your cozy little house in the Soviet Union, you turn on the TV, and all of a sudden a random American president is wishing you a happy New Year. Oh my god. It'd be so funny if the color president did that. So afterwards filled my mouth. I turned the knife so I can see my parents and the pregnant balloon reflecting its blade. Treats for the ancient forests for the old hungry bunny. What did the priest say again? Bread is flesh? I gulped. Thank you, a lord for the foot. Yes. It's time to gather the pack once more. In the name of the cold darkness of the forest. What? Okay, not gonna lie, this was a internet's fine. This wasn't. It's completely wrong. Like, yeah, I get it was maybe because of the photo bashing. So Anthony becomes a Christian painter in this ending, and basically, but then the first monster gets back to him. Still 101's deep. Shocking news was spread out of city. A renowned artist, a philanthropist and winner of countless awards, Anthony Petrov, turned out to be a hellish Edinburgh Mason. Many remains of his parents and his pregnant wife was found in the Kurt Cyber incident. According to the recent information, the bodies were particularly eaten. There were rumors that the artist had gone insane and exhibit signs of religious delusion. Allegedly, his paintings feature joints of reception of a cult sign. The village locals are in total shock. He was so calm, polite, always bought flowers for his wife, who knew he would be doing something like that behind closed doors. Petrov gone missing, and the police have put him on national wanted list. Oh yeah, what's your opinion on this ending then, Shan? I'm not gonna lie. I somewhat did not like the Christianity aspect. That's my little problem with this ending, is that like, for the majority of this game, there was nothing really religious about it. But all of a sudden, this happened. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the Christian part was the most African, I guess, pagan themes is making me so confused. Like, I've been having this beside me, but looking at it a bit, even being confused by the switch, I possibly... Yeah, no, same view, Anton. That was a complaint I did saw of some of the reviews. People did not like the Christianity stuff. Okay, so once more, thank you so much for Gurev4. Actually, can you type in chat how do I pronounce your UC correctly? We're gonna try to get the true ending. I am so sorry, everyone. There's gonna be a lot of skipping. Skip. Blah, 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 blah. Open. Get it. Jump scares, everything. We'll get hit by jump scare. Everyone, take off the headphones. So, let's see here. You find a seed with the police. It's on the refrigerator. You can pick it up on the beginning of the game and enter the kitchen. Inside the ocean feast and tries to atmosphere kind of stickers and bubble covered dresses all the letters on. Among the still life pictures hung a piece of ruled paper with the phone number the police offer wanted to visit. It was a unveil of mystery to the piece of safer paper.
Антон, зачем тебе?
Hands off, you'll lose it.
Потеряешь же.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know about the season pop. Okay. Next up, we need to take the glove. Actually, there's gonna be like so much skipping. Drop our findings. Nice. I didn't have to go about the paper one, to be honest. We need to set it. Okay, next up is the jump skill. Okay, now we got the tape. Episode 2, time to play with you. Let's just make sure I save this. So, we need to be in the Elisa boot, so, Oh, wait, quick question. Do I need to take the candy here or no? What? I think I need the candy. I need to take the candy because I get the... Yes, candy's needed because you get the car item, which you need for the game. Because we need something good for the bet. Okay. Oh, hi, Simon. I'm glad to connect. What's the end of the game? I had to get to them, but I did it once. Yeah. I just have to get some of the endings in Slay the Princess. Bit slap. Hello, Paulina. I don't know why Christian. Okay, I think the reason why the Christianity became a focus because I took the cross, and then ending, I wonder how things would have been if I took the claw instead. I'm curious about what would happen in that case. Elisa?
Извините.
Like... Oila's thinking, what the fuck? I don't know, that was just 10 out of 10 funny. Okay, fuck off. Okay. Now this section, I need to catch the guy. There. Okay, he was missing. Knock knock. Okay, this is gonna be the main jump scare. I'm gonna eat my chicken. Yeah, that plus his pimples and zits. Sorry about that. Bye, Black Walls. You guys are pretty only eating while this is happening. Like, I have some chicken and some, like, nice stir-fried veggies. And a drink to hate. Did you tell me eat while I'm just doing all this skipping? Okay, this actually we need to save stuff. Again, we need to save here so I don't mess up.
Час причин пока нет. Слишком мало времени прошло с момента исчезновения вашего одноклассника. Мы все уверены, что он найдется живым и здоровым.
Alright. That was one.
На наших лицах ходятся волки, медведи, лисы.
Then we got the ring. Next up, we need to do the helm, right? Draw the portrait of the criminal. Got it. Okay. There's this eye, if I recall. It was fucking bald. I bet this was this. No? Another? Was it this mouth? This mouth? Got it. Is this the mouth? No? Not this mouth? This mouth. Oh. This is the correct one? Not this one? It's not that one either? Is it the busted lip? It is the busted lip, got it. That one, got it. I am so sorry about this one, I don't remember. Someone remember that. The massive gold chiseled face, skin in his eyes soft like a blade. As it says an officer,
Примерно так.
Примерно? Да ведь он один в один.
exactly like the posting of Vincent.
Думал,
Leave the school and out and inside the posting this evening. Okay? I was to squeeze myself through the laughing class looking for Polina. But instead I stumbled upon my new buddies. Anthony, when did you learn to draw so cool? I got busted, but I tried not to start. I picked at the floor with my instead.
У меня с детства хорошо получалось.
Well, you know, I used to do that since I was little.
Круто!
Cool shit! I'm also, you know, an artist.
Паяльником по дереву
King
выжигали.
Bone picked us into wood with a scolding too, eh?
Вон мамке на день
But it
рождения тюльпан
blew up
на разделать
for my old woman's birthday on her cutting board. But that's kind of cool, actually.
В общем, здорово, что мы
It's cool that we know each other.
Только давайте не будем обниматься на радость.
Just don't get all cuddly here, okay? Olonka lowered his voice and looked around in the corner of suspicion. That kid was seeing Wax's whispering.
Что ж, Сема пропала.
So, it's a fact. Believe this is the part we know already. Only from Mom's book told me that he also saw that he'll live in the village.
вычислить бы еще, кто он такой.
If only he can find out who he is.
Ну,
Okay, now the bullying, and this is... Okay, time for the magic that is safe scumming. Walk.
Есть!
Da.
стопэ, стопэ.
Орать ты...
Не пойм... Да?
Paper. Da. Fuck. We got the camera.
Я выиграл? Или теперь мне...
The most stressful game. Okay, now we take the Oscar. And then we help them set up the date. We deck him. Yay, friendship! Where we have our friends prepare for the date and deck them in the face. Okay, so all that's left is the photograph, if I recall. This was the most cheap-ass jump scare. I'm sorry. F that one. E. We just rage quitted. Okay, we say the Wonka. Okay, now we're doing this segment. What? Segment. The Scully. There's always gaming. There's someone. So many games. That would be impressive if we're able to do that. Wasn't there like a game being promoted on the Game of the Year award? So there's like we spent many years making this puzzle game. Yeah. Okay, magic, tripping. Got this missing. Okay. Hold up, I just want to check something. Can't be safe. Then I just want to take a photo, got it. We invite Biaska, da? I think Biaska can help us. Invite? Got it. Okay, so here we need to go to the garage and hopefully I can properly save. I did you guys know that at all or no?
Надо убираться отсюда.
I didn't hear anything? Okay. I failed? But wait, do I have to like mash the button? Or do I just need to click and hold it? spam the button? Wait, how do I properly do it? Apparently you were clicking the button slowly. Okay, so I have to like click it super fast like this. Okay. So I need to click the button super fast. As fast as you can. Oh god. It. Okay. I am sorry, but this is gonna be the second scene where you're just gonna be seeing it. It's gonna be so bad. This next scene, you're just gonna see a child being grind up. You know, let's just save here so I don't do as much clicking. I think I've also been like missing the click button. Oh god, oh my arm is gonna be. Try pressing with different weapons. Okay, I think I was doing it slightly correctly. I think I just messed up at an odd spot. I think the problem was I actually have to click it on the button. Yeah, Katya's going up. Katya's going up. Perhaps take off your headphones, look away from the screen, and just focus on clicking. Hmm.
Пошли отсюда.
62nd time, yeah. Oh my god! Strawberry, you did your best to save for! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow, that... My shoulder actually got to bed. Wow! Topsy, you got the foot of Katya's blade. Let's fucking go! The blade fell inside the grinder. The giant machine stopped after laying out with one last gulp. We survived the garage. Oh my god. It feels like a team carefully opened the door and threw the foot of Katya's bloody blade inside. We need to save her after this. Okay. Handy. Sus. Wait, what? Приведи этого я почувствовал, что внутри не меня будут как чувства моя маятник. With me, I translated it. Привет, so like приведи этого я почувствовал, что внутри, like inside me, буду, like inside me be just see my magic. Oh, I think like inside me, it's like a shine magic. Magic. I believe that. Something else inside me is. That's like I got it. Like that's a connection inside me. Sorry guys, I'm trying my best to be the last chef. Я не могу. Я не очень хорошо по-русски, но я знаю, это что-то... Я буду учить себя все. We're not taking the candy. Let's just save this. Okay. But enough animating this. Okay, more skipping. I continue eating my food. Taste the pet meal. Those are hit over too. All the other needs we got stuff was on the Polina side. Okay, we need to take we need to cola. So then you said, not eat the food, okay? They need to kill the dog, let the guests in, take the cross, and feed the animals. Got it. Yeah, I don't like the fact we have to commit animal cruelty. Sorry. Some fucking... Hello. Are you okay, boy? I didn't have a great answer to this question. Give me a moment. I see you, one lucky fucker. I think it hit you. It's like a damn action movie. Oh, this was like a clear sign this was a good gene because they had no reaction to got you here. Yeah, but don't tell them I put that lever. I replied that with a corrupt nod and he relaxed, seemingly believing me. Thanks, you're a true fan. I pat my hand and walked puzzled. Is it his? Are you sure? It is his, but it was mine before. I always give him my hand-me-downs. I'm sorry, friend. Yeah, this was like a clear sign like, yo, something's off. I also saw like someone's YouTube video too that the cross was off when the pants came in. This option doesn't really matter. Katya's faster? Oh, what? Because you don't have to do that bloody rhythm minigame. No, seriously, what were the devs thinking of that minigame? I did not understand it. Yes, but Paulina's been at the whole house rhythm minigame.
Ты посмотри, как подрумянилась корочка. Первый раз так хорошо получается.
I'm getting this achievement.
Выходит, не хуже. Если это так же хорошо нам...
This is like a crazy gamer, like, warming. It's
Выйти за тебя замуж.
honestly a WarioWare game like with this awesome could be kind of fun. We're not taking the meds. Make the call. Oh, I told him to call around my head and pray the policeman that was at his station. Talking on the phone, his voice battered its way to me through nature's back. It flows through the icy wires.
Антон! Антон Петров!
It's Anton, Anton Petrov.
Молодое дарование.
Papa's up about you.
Правда?
Really?
А то.
Of course.
Благодаря тебе задержали подозреваемого.
Thanks to you, we managed to detain a suspect in a sealed kidnapping case. My face elevated from surprise.
Задержали?
You,
Когда?
you detained him? When?
Сегодня днем.
This afternoon.
Чат солгал.
The chap running about near the cemetery just like a serial killer. And he was a carbon copy of your jaw, you know, bows, hip, lip, all that stuff.
Выясняй, кто он и откуда.
We're only trying to identify him. My heart's saying. So I put the police on the wrong trail when I drew that whole key man. And while he was being interrogated, the real killers keep closer and closer to our house. What if it's not him?
Он.
Oh, it's definitely him.
Пистолет при нем был с глушителем.
He had a silenced gun on him,
Строительный
along with a butcher's knife and a bunch of duct tape. Just like in the textbook. How could it be? I thought in amazement, but the words I believe were different.
Товарищ милиционер, мои родители пропали.
So my parents were missing.
Вы обязаны приехать и забрать меня с сестрой в участок.
You must come here and take my sister and me to the station.
Нам угрожает опасность.
We're in danger here. Listen, lad, the danger you speak of is currently behind bars.
скрутил
I
мордой.
personally saw its face in the dirt,
Ну я видел.
but I saw. I think this game to a different place is what's more important. A giant insect crawling out of a dark carcass. How Gatia was grabbed up by giant blades. What did you see?
Чудовищ в звериных масках.
Monsters in animal masks.
Приезжайте, умоляю
I
вас.
beg you. A long pause
Да ты
followed.
вообще представляешь, сколько мне бумажной волокиты предстоит?
Do you have any idea how much paperwork I'm going to need to fill out?
Содержание от тебе не хухры-мухры. А у меня всего 2 сотрудника, да и те еле на ногах держатся.
Making an arrest is an ordeal, a procedure, and I only have 2 people under me. And even they are barely holding up by now.
К тому же урод этот пока ни в чем не сознался.
Besides, the bastard hasn't even given us a confession yet.
Понимаешь, что от его признания зависят жизни похищенных детей?
You understand the lives of those missing kids hinge on him confessing. The blood pulsing in my temple stunned me and made me blind. A scarlet flash of exceeded lighting up my vein. Convince him or die. I went all in, fully aware that my dad and Oiler's lives were at stake.
Помните, вы рассказывали о своем племяннике, который хотел пойти в школу милиции и помогать людям?
Remember how you told me about your nephew who wanted to go to the police station to help people? Right?
Еще я помню, как просил тебя не совать нос куда не следует.
I also remember that I asked you to mind your own business.
Мне хотелось помочь вам в поимке преступника, но теперь,
I wanted to help you catch the perpetrator, but now
кажется, я знаю, что случилось с пропавшими детьми.
I think I know what happened to the missing kids. I was afraid that the lieutenant wouldn't let me finish, but he just remained silent in anticipation. The wind pulled at the wires.
Сенечка, Вова, Семен, Катя,
Simichka, Vova, Simon, Katya,
они все мертвы.
they're all dead.
Откуда такая уверенность? У тебя есть чем подтвердить свои слова?
Why are you so sure? Do you have any proof of that?
Первой была Сенечка, так?
Simichka went missing, right?
У меня есть запись на видеокассете.
I have a videotape of a certain record.
Не знаю, что за передача и что за канал, но там репортаж о ней.
I don't know what program that it is and from what channel, but so we put about her.
И о монстре, названном хозяином.
And the monster's called the Fourth Master.
Не может быть. Это передача.
Possible. That program. It seemed like the pause was unnecessarily long and eluded fan spoken
Я
up.
уже ее видел.
I saw it too.
У меня тогда был сложный период. Ребенок этот пропал.
It was a difficult.
Ни единой зацепки.
I'm not gonna do what?
Начальство в конец озверело.
It was a difficult time for me. That kid went missing. We didn't even have a single clue, and I up so badly me.
Я и спину не просыхаю.
So I hit the bottom.
Когда ночью поймал сигнал с той чертовой передачей про Сеню, думал, белая горячка пожаловала.
And when one night I caught a signal that was a dark program fixed India. I thought it was just a result of alcohol delirium.
Сука, я даже в область катался телевизор.
Fuck. I even went to the city and taken the TV station.
Не было такого в эфире.
But all they told me that they never aired anything like that.
Говоришь, видео записал?
So I can't do deep voice right now. So you're saying that you haven't recorded?
Даже больше.
And that's not all.
В лесу, где заблудился Вова, я
I found him
нашел.
written in the forest where Bova went missing.
И я клянусь,
And I thought blood was pouring out of it until I brought it home.
Ряд добровольцев из поисковых команд давали такие же показания.
Some of our teams from the swords team had the same experience.
Думали, что у них помешательство, и отстранили от поисков.
We thought they had mental breakdowns, so we just banned them from further searches. Besides, I've examined all the found items. There wasn't even a spot of blood on them.
Говоришь, варежка у тебя?
What the hell is going on? You have the mitten on, right?
Да, и печать
Yes.
Семёна.
Well, along with Simon's signet ring.
Так вот, куда она
So
делась.
that's where it
Ты
went.
осознаешь, Антон, что похитил улику?
Do you really see so critical evidence, Anton?
Приезжайте, арестуйте меня!
Hey, come on and arrest me. My voice faded out.
И это еще не все.
And even that's not all.
У меня хранится фотография
I
с
have a photo of Katya's remains.
четвертой жертвы этих тварей.
She was the fourth victim of those creatures.
Поймите, наконец.
Just a minute, and you're not saving those kids.
Они все мертвы.
They're all
Мертвы.
dead.
Хотите, чтобы мы с сестрой пополнили список?
Do you want me and my sister to be added to that list? I like suddenly that sweat appeared on my forehead. I only got his scene as a reply.
Алло!
Hello? In the kitchen, the fridge got as a turn up. The lights went out, fading to complete darkness, but it only lasted for a moment. Particular fans in the hallway that pretended to be shadows from a furniture kept closer.
К мертвым.
As for us, dust to dust. I whispered. Oh, wait, I believe we got this already. Look. That's probably not. I had an equal chance of getting help from these nightcaps or being torn to pieces right in the hallway. Then we need to let them in. I believe this is Bias. No, this is Romka. My headset told me that whoever outside wasn't an enemy. I pressed my jaw until I could, ready to attack at the water malls. Then spun the lock. Oh, it's Polina and Romka. Fleeting fingers tumbled into the open door. Two people popping on the spot from the freezing cold outside. Snow fell from the clothes and shoes, and the teeth chattered.
Дрова колешь?
Will you chop in firewood? Do you have a fireplace? I lowered the axe and I must have had my friends.
Эй, задушишь! Что на тебя нашло?
Hey, well, are you gonna suffocate me? What's wrong with you, dude?
Как вы здесь оказались?
How did you ended up here? I was happy like a death row convict who got executed delayed.
Сбежали из дома.
We ran away from home.
Надеялись, метель утихнет.
We hoped the blizzard would die down, but when it got worse,
Подошли к тебе.
we barely made it to your place.
А ты чего устроил?
What's all of this set? Roma stared at the kitchen door.
С окнами?
The windows?
Ветер разбивал
The
стены.
wind was scratching them, so I reinforced them.
Надо же.
What?
Я думала, раз ты человек
I
творческий,
thought that you were a man of art. You're not good at physical labor. I looked at him better and Romka slapped my shoulder.
Наш Антон все умеет.
Yeah, I thought he was good at everything.
сватать так точно.
Especially matchmaking. Only now did I notice the bags on the back of my friend. And is that ran away from home really mean?
Ну совсем?
So you're not coming back? Yep.
Концами.
Never.
Я кое-какие шмотки загнал, чтобы на плацкарт до губернии
I
хватило.
pawned off some of my stuff to get enough cash tickets in the city.
Там у меня дядька кабак держит, обещал пристроить.
Oh, my uncle owns a bar there. He'll give us a corner for the time being.
Так что вся на мази.
So, really? Okay.
Я из города дедушке позвоню. Все ему объясню.
Once we get there, I'll call Grandpa and explain everything to him.
Оставаться здесь уже невыносимо.
We can't stay here anymore.
Разве ты не понимаешь?
Don't you get it? I can see that Belina was afraid of the future, but I also saw a genuine happiness in her eyes. I wanted to draw her like this frozen in time on the surface between her old and new self. She was throwing herself into the ocean of unknown, disappearing in it. This is the last time I see both of them. They're going to leave and grow up together. And I'll stay here in a house with barred windows at the principal between the world, at the ends of the ancient forest.
Мы попрощаться пришли.
We came to say goodbye.
Слышь, а родаки твои где?
Yo, where are your old people? He found his gaze one between the axe and the dark staircase.
Что вообще происходит?
What the fuck is going on here? I leaned against the railing. I wanted to say the thing that weighed on me, pressing me to the ground so badly.
Заболела.
Oila got sick.
Папа за врачом поехал, а мама в аптеку.
Dad went to get the doctor, and Mom went to buy medicine.
Давно, часов 6
A long time ago, 6 hours already.
6 часов? А ты звонил в милицию?
6? Did you call the police?
Ага.
Yeah.
Сказали, что
They
мама
s-
с папой скоро приедут. Сказали, дороги замело.
They said Mom and Dad would tell us that the roads are just snowed in.
Я ждал, а потом задремал на ступеньках, и ночь наступила.
I waited and waited and then fell asleep on the stairs, and night came.
А тут вы...
And then you guys came. The fleeting decline moment was interrupted by Ola's strange voice.
Они уже здесь. Прошу, пожалуйста.
They're already here, chasing away Josa, please.
Там на полу твоя сестра?
Is that your sister on the floor?
Да, ей не здоровится.
Yes, she's not feeling well.
Вы плохие.
A bad girl. Ola's mind was ravaged by fever, infesting her mind with horrific visions that would make blood freeze in one's veins.
Ты нам чего-то не договариваешь.
You're not telling us the whole truth. Romka studied me with a watchful stare. He's been in the garage himself, so he knew a lot, but not everything.
Мне кажется, зря вы пришли этой ночью.
I think you picked a bad night to come here.
Мы в опасности.
We're in danger.
Кто-то ходит снаружи,
Someone's snooping about outside,
ищет, как бы попасть в дом.
looking out for a way to get in. Belina covered her mouth with her hand.
Маньяк!
Is it that silly killer?
Если
I wish. I definitely thought it could be caught from outside.
Мамочки!
No,
Тише ты. Это же просто ветер, так?
pipe down. It's just the wind, okay? It might have been a lamp light that was operated under the blizzard pressure. Romka dropped off the backpacks. Polina followed suit.
Нас трое. Мы вооружены. Да и окна заколочены.
The three of us were armed, and the windows were barred anyway.
Здесь мы в безопасности.
We're safe here. And then the light went out. The flames ran as it sat down. Darkness splashed from all the nooks and crannies, devouring Romka and Polina. I blinked like crazy, clutching the handrails. The blizzard moans intensified.
Твою же...
What the? He clicked with the lighter. The lighter spilled sparks, leaving a metallic smell of Romka's finger, but it didn't put the flame. Please, can you hear that? Her expressive eyes widened in silent horror. Flute. Yeah, and this is then the door dashed to the door just below the platform. We're taking the cross. All of a sudden, Jesus. Carve us a slice. And this is when I give the dog meat. I just want to say this to make sure. Dog meat. My tone of those commands surprised me. I guess I was more like my father than I expected. Pull up.
Крыша вот-вот обвалится!
This is about to collapse.
А малину помнишь?
Okay. Look at Polina Lonka.
Тошины друзья.
Are you Joseph's friends? Wear your mask.
Что здесь есть черный ход?
Есть!
What was that, T?
Не отставайте!
The fear was on the side of the monsters. Paulina sank up into her waist all up to her shoulder. With enemies close, they were only shrinking more. Finally, choices for the is to choose Euler. Got it. One more weakness in an endless night will lock us from there forever. I want to say here just if I want to get another ending too. The true ending is Euler. We're sick with a little sister. I dropped the acid up to my knee. My numb fingers clutched Euler's collar. One more move, and my boot would fall to the snow in a hole. There will be no one left to save my sister. Hold on, Euler. Family. Olga rushed towards Paulina and held her by the armpits, putting all of his strength into trying to free her. I'm here. The beast rushed towards us with the raging fire in the background, the status covering the ground like massive carpets. The ghost screamed, writhing the snowy trap. I want to run, whispered my voice. Run, long years, escape. I screamed, I pulled Euler out. Bronca helped Paulina stand up at the same time. So I think of special. Hey, sweetie. The pack was catching up to us. I could see a glint in the hungry eyes. Wanna chew it? Nice. Boy, grab the axe and run. The wind slashed at our backs in anger. The hot, running house was getting closer and closer. Then my legs got stuck in the boots. Soft pain pieced my foot. Okay, this one... Almost is remote. He stood at the side as if pounding whether he should risk his life for us. He set his gaze between Euler and me for a while and then stopped at Paulina, swore on his nose, and took out his knife. Hey, let's go! Well, this is the end, right? And then we were blinded by the lights. I took my face with the axe, and then the next moment I realized that those were the lights of the car jumping on the bumps. It was a police car. The UAZ jumped out in front of us. Its driver immediately slammed the brakes, opening the door on the go. It was Sakhanov. He stared at us in disbelief. The kills are here. Get the car now. The car lights fought against the flood of darkness. Made sure the ghosts got inside, then the home car passed. Red lights glimmered behind the buses. The trees those crooked witches rolled over the UAZ. I forgot in the car myself and slammed the door shut. At the same time, somebody jumped on the side window. Oh, well, was scared too. Claws scratched against the glass. What the float? The lieutenant pressed on the grass, snow splashed from under the tires. If the car got bogged down, it would get torn to pieces. Filthy dead beasts crawled in the beam of the lights. Something pondering on the ceiling. If they are above us. The UAZ took off, driving over something with a crunching sound. Get them. Without asking any questions, there comes the thunder wheel and drove the car among the tree line. The speedometer needles swung to the right. The engine let out a hefty comma. Then an hour flashed before the wind sealed. Then I turned around and lost my speed. Millions away from me, the worm-ridden face of a bear. He jumped on three of his paws right behind the ancient car, and the fourth paw he used to try and grab the side of the car. The car lights slot through the darkness. We were driving down the forest tunnel. We had to escape the car's body, and the masked beaters jumped heavily to the road. But they didn't catch up to us. I jolted in jubilation. We did it! The car jumped over Bob, its wheels started bobbing in snow, and then it flew down a ditch. The wolf spawned a tiny slice of beam by light. Euler hit her head multiple times, started crying. I hit the back of the seat in front of me with my temple. The axe ricocheted off the roof, scratched through the air, and got stuck in the pool between the policeman and me. Oh! And then a loud bang. The UAZ was in place. It no longer moved. Oh, I thought he died. How can he get it? Damn piece of junk. The engine's dead. He hit the wheel in passation. Are you guys okay? Hey, everyone's alive, thank goodness. The bonus of the act was spinning between us, I was scared. Fine. Paulina spoke for tears. Yeah. I felt my princess all over. Are you hurt? Take me away. Sculpting heels went down her cheeks. I swear. Technov gave up on the ignition and locked her head. The carbonite illuminates slabs of granite in the twisting crosses. Graveyard. We introduced on the village graveyard. Ooh. I remember the camera that flew over these graves and the bloody rags in the snow. Events of the previous weeks flashed in front of my eyes in the position of horrific images. Hold up, everyone. I need to be right back. Hold up. Hey, bye, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry, I heard my older sister scream. I went there to check on her. She just broke a nail on her middle finger, so she can't properly flip people off no more. She's really sad about that. Like, my older sister got, like, nice Christmas-themed nails on. And so wherever she wanted to do the middle finger, she can do it in a holiday fashion. But now she can't do that no more. And she's sad about that. And when we escape plans, everything with a lucky bunnies or pianos. But they are fast here. Ah, yeah. That's just a good point to find out, Jen. Did my grandma, who was very here along with her easeless chance, know about the evil that lurks among the pines? Under the blanket of frozen sweat, my grandma was protecting from this madness. But the photograph from a gravestone will be forced to helplessly watch the bloody massacre when the beasts get to her grandkids. I pressed my boot into the seat, clenched the handle, and pulled out the axe like a tooth from the dead giant's mouth. We crawled out of the mangled car. We're like a gang, ready to punch shit. Symbolic. The police lights rhythmically illuminate back to the gravestone, filling the surroundings with riding saddles. I knew that some of the saddles were alive, hungry, and had sharp fangs. Like the one that flashed behind the wicket hedge. I walked toward this officer. They're here. Dicknoff didn't reply. He took out his fucking gun. I watched in surprise as he unstrapped the rifle with a foldable sock. This was the first time I saw the legendary Kalashnikov this close. The lieutenant reloaded the rifle in smooth automatic motion. I started from the click. No biggie.
И не таких мочили.
I had a bigger fist than that.
Вы не понимаете.
I don't get it.
Это не просто какой-то маньяк с
It's not just serial killer with a butcher's knife.
Они не люди.
They're not hemo, they're masked monsters. Masked what?
Может быть,
This is just a dream. The boot-plated saddles. So it seemed like some sort of switch was for inside Tikhnov's head. He stood there, stiff as a board, his mouth ajar and stared into empty space. What happened to him? Was he that scared? The rifle swung freely on its strap, as if the officer was having a stroke all of a sudden. I read about that in a cyclic cartoon scene for me. But now Tikhonov scared me more than the doctor between the crosses. Belina's grin presses about the Oila, who was left in the car, was covered her ears with hands. Oh! So the adults here, they get frozen in place. Yeah. So that's what the adults been doing. That's why it's an easy time getting to the children. Is that the food does not make a mess of monster, but also like stun locks the adults. It makes sense that Belina will notice the fluid force and bones because he is the magician. The blizzard winds hauled blankets of snow towards the sky, bathing the landscapes of sticking out crosses. A bit saying adults can have certain pieces as part of the song could be not blocked out of them. A tall figure wearing a goat mask stood between a pair of graves. Puffed up Hootie was on his right. Dancing Teddy was on his left. They looked like demons in the car's lights. The goat spread his arms, palms turned towards me, the police officer, and my friends. The horrific monster posture was filled with grace. He towered over the corpse like an ancient graveyard statue. Snowflakes stuck to the decrepit deer and bear and owl mask. His insinuating voice was barely audible, but at the same time could be sounded louder than the winds. So many dead in the soil. And left there, the soil frozen to the bone. What play? After play and have fun. Sus. The bear covered the lower part of his mask with his paw. Children. Oh, babies. The polo coat illuminated from the tall figure. The girl pointed at me with his long finger. Even though there was sizable distance between us, I felt the monster's claws dug into my stomach. No, into my very soul. His hand slid to the right with a gracious gesture. The girl chased an arch in the air towards Alina and Romka and Oyla, sailing the car too. Heretics. Uni betrayals. Take a look at yourself. You shiver from fear. Here you could be the ones instilling it. The figure spat out clutches into a fist. I took a glance at Knov and spoke to him in my mind. Don't just stand there, you're an adult, remember? You have a gun. Yet it seems like Knov turned into just another kid in clutches of fear. His pale face reflected heavily pondering, as if he was trying to remember something important. I have no use anymore. Worthless children. The leader's voice rocked the Malabites, fuck off. The cook is almost ready. The bomb produced a wind like that of a whip. The two other kids immediately chased into this figured beast, filling his planet into the crackling of bones and yips of pain. My little dolls, my hungry cubs. You could have had everything. Strength, freedom, power. You could have become the wind inside the black tree chops. The darkness that descends on the fluffy snow. You could have jumped to the stars and tasted them. Oh, now we got a view box. I go up, taking a quick glance at the tiny slit inside the police car. Anton? I immediately strayed away on instinct. When the goat said my name, his mouth filled with saliva. You could have become the new bunny. You could have glided in the saddle of the other beasts of the ancient tiger. You blew that chance. Now your old treats funeral desserts. The true body will be born with your help.
Я зайчик. Я хитрый, холодный зверь. Хозяин.
Something for inside me. I'm the bunny. I'm the cunning, hungry beastmaster. I bit my little lips. A slightly salty taste of blood filled my mouth. The thing that was implanted into all of us was akin to an intelligent tumor. After Polina trembling lips, I took the grimace of fear, but by the same time some deep-seated grievances in Romka. or they were solely both sticking with that demonic disease. The true body will devour the siblings and jump to the moon. The goat booked. Despite him being a far distance away from us, we were soured with the sense of composed pit. Clap your hands. The pack has its own bunny once again. From the previous generations, our new old friend. I hope he still knows how to play. Oh yep, that is the correct part now. The bear will most likely was on kid in the first video took the other skin from. Yeah. The goat pulled a thin flute, made a thin bone out of his sleeve. And a bit. The silent monsters brought the instructions to his lips. A new wailing sound sounded itself from the howling of the winds. Both the bone-chilling whistling, then a low hum that vows one teeth, the howl of the awakening Chandra. As if something foreign, a god of hunger and death, raised its voice among the forests of Everwinter. The great Teddy and Cree tuned their heads towards the crooked trees at the edge of the cemetery. I didn't want to look. What I did want to do was grab onto Teknov and scream at him for not doing anything. The policeman glanced at the forest. As did Paulina and Ronka. I turned around, my teeth chattered from fear and cold. A slim finger walked out from behind the dark tree trunks. It was an adult, a woman. A tethered bunny mask covered her entire mass. Have I seen her before? The way she walked, the way she positioned her shoulders in her head. Do I know her? I strained my memory, but the right answer kept on slipping away. Olga pressed her palms against the frosted glass and twisted her neck, following Bunny's movement. The wind tore at the stripes of the beautiful beasts that were buried in snow and peeled off the scales of paint from the tombstones. Okay, that was a cool code, not gonna lie. Without even looking as he glided among the rusty iron pavements in quartz wood, as if the music was the thread of the puppeteer and the woman as marionette. The owl and the bear leaned their heads in reverence. I could see the mouth underneath the goat's mask, but I felt the lead of his pack was giving this new bunny a fatherly smile. That is a cool winter coat, not gonna lie. He stopped, facing the creature, making me wonder where I could have seen her faintly familiar posture. The goat tore his lips away from the flute, but the melody kept on playing, carried by the wind. Wolfie. His eyes in the slits of the goat's mask stared straight at Roma.
Я?
Me? Polina hugged him, protecting Ronka from the greeting face, but then saw Teknov turn towards the goat, who in turn started playing his bone flute again with even bigger favor.
Нет, я.
Me. Wrinkles straightened out of the officer's face. I thought the music invaded his skull, making his brain numb. Even though it was scary as all hell, it didn't look like that my friends or me. Teknov aimed his useless right at the... If his eyes weren't wide open, I would have thought he fell asleep while standing.
Владимирович,
Constantiva. Teknov didn't really act. These youngins are not worthy for absorbing the darkness. You're my old wolf, Kostya, Aphiotis beast, as it was.
Когда-то.
As it was. As it will forever be. The wolf mask appeared in the goat's hands. Confidence more open. Meanwhile, I did my best to assert myself there was just leather cardboard in the floor. You've been looking for this all these years, Kostya. That's why you went to serve in the police, right?
Чтобы понять, что случилось со мной в детстве.
I want to know what happened to me when I was a kid. Your memories will return then.
Константин Владимирович!
He's lying. I grabbed him by the sleeves of his coat. It felt like I was looking at a scarecrow that somebody dressed up as a policeman but sits and giggles. Hypnotized by the music and the mask, Teknov couldn't hear me. Tears ran down my cheeks.
Константин Владимирович! Это колдовство!
Just some sort of witchcraft. Teknov forced me away and walked away, snow crunching underneath his boots. The goat waited, painted his fingers, danced across the holes in the flute's body. Naked branches beaks in the wind. Teknov walked up to the new bunny and accepted the mask. Remember.
Не надо!
So, the officer stood with his back turned to me, so I couldn't see what he was doing. But when he turned around, his face was replaced by the wolf's maw. The mask was a perfect fit, his second skin. The owl and the bear started clapping, holding a rhythm. When the goat started playing, his horrifying sound was aimed strictly at the masked humans. Entrapped by the flute melody, they started swaying and stomping around. Just like the good times.
Ой, здравствуйте.
Hello.
Мы давно не виделись.
We haven't seen each other for so long.
Добрый вечер. Какие у ваших деток?
Is that the mom? Because the mom did say that she had bad feelings about this place. Good evening. Your kids are wearing such a funny mask. Woody and Teddy could flattered. What a time for us to come together, friends. A celebration is upon us, and how you can celebrate without treats. Let's not delay.
Я бы с удовольствием, но у меня дела.
I'd love to, but I have something to deal with, maybe. The leader of the pack stabbed an icy crust with his fingers and took a sack out of snow. Bound spots. There's a fox, though. Yeah! Buhui Biakna Ismarali Holstinu. The woman did not sway towards the goat, stood on the tippy toes, trembling in anticipation. Please. Pulling a gas, I would have puked if my stomach wasn't already empty. Human bones remained from the sack. Some of them were old and muddy, while others was covered in pinks, sinews, and cloth of icy hearts. An intact torso with a horrific reddish bit of half. Ugh. Bouncing stained the canvas. Got it. A low jaw with the patch of white skin. So much chocolate. I hope none of you guys are allergic to sweets. And I'm so done with you. Allergies don't exist. Damn, they got some nice nails. The elves lowered to their knees, touching the human wings with their hands in a trance. The owls sighed in surprise as he surveyed the broken skulls with the trails of a priest. Nuts, caramel, icing. Teknov could barely tear himself away from the dead meat.
Правда, пора.
I really have to go. Leaving without learning why you found a thicket and where did your memories go? A yellow claw pointed into the trees. It's all there. The bones of that took enough attention. Don't just stuff yourself with dry food, you gluttons. The leader of the pack bent down once more and took a rusty vacuum flask out of the snow pile. Perhaps appeared in the hand of the woman and policeman, steam rose. I, on the other hand, stared at Teddy, insensible hunger smote the slits of his mask. His limbs bent, and from his mouth leaked an uninterrupted streak of saliva. Enjoy yourself, feast to the fullest. The woman giggled. The dog took a sip of the drink, then, after a moment hesitation, reached for the meat. It was as if those two really had no idea what the monsters were feeding to them. The feast among the graves were a blood-curdling spectacle. I backtracked, a shadow whisked behind my back. Orca? No, he was still hugging Polina. Glanced around in a panic. I opened my mouth to call Teknov once again. The shadow glided a few feet away from me. It's not the fox, it's the owl. The up at her neck, snapping her beak. I recoiled up. The bobbing silhouette dissolved in the mist, only appeared again behind Romka. The owl walked in circles, preventing our escape. Every time air entered my lungs, she emerged in front of me, hooting and snapping, swaying her furry face. While I was distracted with the leader's ice, lackeys, Teknov shoved a bone under his mouth and chewed Tender's nut off of it. The woman feasts on bone marrow as if she was sucking custard through a straw. Belina and I groaned innocent. Yeah, it's gonna have episode though. Then took something red metallic out of his mouth.
Это Катина заколка! Я ее узнала!
Gotchi's hairpin? As it started the third act of concert, the goat tilted his head backwards and blew another portion of the acoustic chaos of its flutes. The cannibals ran the police uniform bent in half. The woman beside him did the same. They looked like they were being electrocuted. The melody ran charts of electric current through their bodies. Something was happening to them. Their masks warped, no longer just an element of a carnival. They turned into animal faces, real mouths open, with rough, beastly tongues, scored yellow teeth. A woman with the head of a bunny, a man with the head of a wolf. Yes, it's like to remember. I was 12 then. The bunny was 6. We danced in love, I remember clearly now. But the ritual failed. A fire broke out. All of the children died, apart from us, and then the horned dad took our masks. We burned them along with our memories. Nothing can burn without a trace. You've returned, my children. Cody opened her beak and slick saliva dropping out of it. Teddy flew spun the air and swaying in like a roly-poly toy. Teknov tilted his head backwards and let us snort. Lonely owl. The wind echoed on him. In fact, I can feel the pack returning. We're almost complete. We only need a fox now. Where's Elisa? My geese started looking for Elisa. He's talking about my Missy's foxy pet, right? Missy will come and save us. Only she can send her ground against the betting devil. The graveyard was getting snowed in more and more. Roma sealed Belina, but he didn't look like a brave hero. Belina looked at from behind his back, his eyes glistening with tears. Be a cunning little beast girl, join the winning side, and then we will complete the ritual. I looked around once again, but yet still couldn't find Lisa. Ritual, hippity hop. We burn our mask. To gloat his horrifying long face. Teeth stayed inside a wolf's maw. Then he spun towards the leader. I was amazed to hear laughter destroyed by the ancient mask. Yes, Teknov was laughing in the face of the nightmare's goat. And the next thing the vocal cord of the former policeman produced was a blood-curdling growl. You're out of your mind. Horned one. You were already old and decrepit when I learned to howl at the moon, and now you're completely insane? The Iron Bear was stupefied by that kind of disrespect. The girl clicked his teeth, having no comeback for the whipper. Your time is gone, the pack needs a new master. The girl bleated, seeking his thorns. Words finally returned to him, but his voice was shaky. My most loyal dog, how dare you? Most faithful of my cubs, don't you get it? I had to get rid of you. You killed my brother and sister. You disbanded the old pack. That's right. I killed your own flesh and blood, but who helped me do it? You, Kostya. Or they would have eaten me to jump to the moon. You choose the light side. For that, I give you freedom. The goat traced his hand around Teknov and the silent woman. Freedom? No. You betrayed us. I've suffered inside this meat cage for all these years. Kostya, shut up, old man, I'm talking. Let's talk. Take my mask, and I'll take yours. The symbol of power, I'll be the horned master of the hungry beast. Mine? The little long fingers covered the goat mask, protecting it. The other bear rushed to the master's feet, ready to defend him with their lives. The bunny hairs bustled up. He bent down to the soil and hissed threateningly at Teknov. But he wasn't worried about the number of his enemies. We'll see about that, horned fool. Teknov, as if being controlled by his mask, moved towards the goat. What a lovely treat. Bad chance, if we. If you don't want to do it the easy way. Here, eat this gun! A burst of bullets riddled the tree in front of us with holes. All of the bullets hit the beast didn't even flinch. Only feathers and shredded fur straining the feeting and joining the surface. Mocked. Pathetic, bullying into human toys like that. You'll always meet. You'll die like meat. We'll peck at your tails, which at your bakes. The girl clutched the flute with his fangs and started playing. He moved his fingers over the holes, blowing over the sad, lonely tool. Entering its skull, the bust moved, and he stripes on Buell with its shoulders. Snowflakes started floating upwards. Ghostly phantoms appeared on the line of the grim burial mounds. Saliva dripped from the beast's maws. Holes appeared in the hide, the jaws full of crooked fangs open. Balls of magnets withered deep inside the mask. You pack up to that, old man. Now let's see whose call the others will need. He fell to his knees, and I backed towards the car when the lieutenant arched his back like a beast. And howled. A wave of sound crossed the tree in front of him. The storm would speed up a couple of across tilts. The flutes demanding the howl emanated, crashing like two spears. My hair stood on end, my skin tingled. The metal body of the Uzi bent under the horrifying foot. Sparks flew from its hood. Two figures flew out from the darkness. Hey, yo! What the fuck has Aliska been this whole time? For a second, I thought those were my friends, but then I made up the mask. Aliska and Wolfie. Instead of pouncing at me from behind and devouring me, those two rushed the goat. I drove in the car and shut the door. Oi was kind enough, so I hugged her. Her wet face faced into my collarbone. I have no fucking clue. Judging by the loud noise, the blubber was underway outside.
Закрой глазки.
Look close. Should we let Ronka and Belina inside? The windows fogged up. I can see the shadows swiving outside, the knight in the mask hopping in it. Scarlet blood dripped spiggling on the windshield. I screamed my fist so hard that my fingers flew into my palms. Something heavy slammed against the car hood, paused flash. I didn't want to look, but I also couldn't close my eyes. And if I only saw bits and pieces of the light, the sound of it reached my ears in full. A feet flew away from UAZ, hides crackling muscle tore. A slowly staggered among the side of the car. An owl? A fox? Hey, yo, fight! No, both. They crawled into a single mouthful, disgusting two-headed abomination that devoured itself. The fox put her sharp nose into the hole that formed in the owl's chest and was eating her innards. There was some pinkish white succulent fat under the feathers. Its disgusting layers crackling under the pressure from the thing and oozing streaks of black blood. Before disappearing behind the right side of the car, the beasts tore at each other's necks. Swing is a fox, and the other boy is the second wolf, is the replacement for the beast. Yeah. I don't think Belina is a fox because Belina. Where the fuck Ronka is? Like, Belina Ronka is still here. We don't know who the other fox is, the other wolf, or the. Oh, Lisa is. A bluish windpipe wiggled from the outside like a worm, a wet tube covered in some sort of meat. All it put onto me, her entire body trembling. It was cold inside the car, but fear was the real reason we both shivered on the back seats. What are they doing? Where's Mommy? Mama will soon. I have my scissors and covered her eyes with my hand, always showing me the eyes to tickle my palm. Don't look. When I thought the police car will pass over, I can only see blue spots jumping around in the blizzard. Somebody jumped over the engine compartment, calling the car went to the right. Where's Belina Ronka? Did they turn into Aliska and the wolf? Actually, I wasn't sure. Part of you that was strangely composed and kind of knew that we wouldn't rely on the adults. We needed to act. Partly because the first time was about them looking soon. Yeah, she was weak. Magic can't be defeated by bullets. It can only be defeated by the magic. I had the mask under my vest since the moment I took out the monster's paw. They want me to become part of the pack, but that didn't matter right now. Only I can help my friends. I need a hood before they become a pile of bones inside the treat's neck. They're calling for me. At that moment, I thought I could hear Ronka and Polina's voice muffled by nature's wrath. A dark oval rose up behind the divine door, as if somebody's face poked into the frozen glass, only to disappear the next moment. Put it on, I said to myself. Did I, though? Were those thoughts my own? All these tears warmed up my palms. I was running out of time. I could become a healer for Roma and Polina, and for my listeners too. But I will need a miracle to save them. Let's transform. Where did it come from? Who put the beast inside? Where did the dark powers want? If I really want to become one with something I have no confidence enough, it's like dressing stuff in gasoline, lighting stuff on fire, and watching your enemy. Don't think about it now. It's my voice, just do it. I carefully pulled my hand away from Oil, and my little sister's eyes as he spoke. Where are you going? No, I'm here. I'll always be here. The mask felt pleasant to touch. It beckons me. Goosebumps went all over my skin. It felt pleasant anticipation. The kind you feel as a kid right before Christmas, but when you still believe in magic, and kind old man running into the moonlight. I brought the mask to my face. Oila's fingers looped around my wrist. I turned my head only to meet with a pleading gaze. Don't put it on.
Это наш шанс.
You don't get it. This is our chance. It's a chat. Bathrooms can do good. She was looking for words to make me reconsider. Or this was something I couldn't. Stop it. And then what? Just by our friends and family will survive until the funeral? Somebody felt like banging on the door to my right, making all this squeak. A bullying hand slammed against the window with clothes scraping away at the vine. The door had a crack under the push of someone who was trying to get into the car. The correct choice is to put it on, right? Yeah, I believe the correct choice is to put it on to stop this. Well, that might be overcooked. No correct answer? Okay. You put on the mask. That's the achievement. There are 4 different endings on this suit. Got it. The mask touched my face, just like a beast flew left tongue, shortened something inside my skull. My lung expanded. I heard the air that smell of bloodshed in the car's dirty interior. As it protested, the passenger door flew open as fast as the floor of its hinge. The blitz switched on with a slim female silhouette punching out the whiteness. I couldn't see where the head was. The pale hands felt around the metal parts like some sort of albino spider, crawling to mine and only silter. My sister pierced my throat with her nails. The woman leaned in, slowly bending her back like a rusty mechanism. A chain of matted fur appeared, then the eyes slit. Her mask was almost identical to the one that used to cover my own face. Only many times more horrifying, twisted as if it was reflecting into a carved mirror. Pupils flashing the holes, nails squeezed against the metal. Who is she? Why do I find these grotesque movements so familiar? Oil away, pressing herself onto me even harder. The woman lodged in the car snapped her teeth inches away from my face. Another snap, the monstrous nostrils pulling near without a loud sound. It's never around. That's my brother. Oila rushed to my side, hugged me from behind. Saw me the unknown monster bug dragging me into the pits of black cricket. The woman bent her back into a beastly manner, golden. She was trying to remember how to speak. It is the mom. I realized she was talking to Oila. Come with me, I'll be protecting you now. Oila looks ahead, recoiling from the outset's hands. Don't want to. Look at mine. Sad face. For a moment, demonic anger left the eyes of that shone inside the slit of the old mask. I saw the spirit there. I want to go home to mommy. Oila's fast around hysterical. Help me, the scary monster's here. The woman's voice changed. It was full of pain now. The eyes in the darkened slits glittered. It's not with anger, tears. I started incredibly at the woman who was about to whip just a moment ago. A hand with long fingers reached out towards Oila, but stopped midway. Suddenly, the woman with the head of the bunny slipped out of the car and immediately disappeared into the snowfall. I don't know teeth were housed among the graves of the frosted tree trunks. Who was that? I don't know. I wanted to put the mask further away, but it snuck into my finger. I took my hand, inviting myself to the nasty thing. I pulled it towards myself and locked it. We will stay inside until evening boils over, till the force of good triumph. Because that's what always happens with stories that Mom bit to me when I was little. Oil dropped her head on my shoulder. Colorful spots continued the chaotic movement outside of the no longer present windows. We just sat inside the car, waiting for the end. Bones and wings clutched. I wanted my palms over Olia's ears. A horn satyr marched right in the front of the car. A melody of death and hunger drilled itself into my brain. I thought the wolf Technov was controlling the mindless Lisa let the goat control his back. Beast versus beast. Darkness versus darkness. Technov roared inside the raging snowstorm. The goat bleeded. A fan of blood rustled towards the night sky. The music stopped. It's so quiet now. Yes, my dear. I'll have a quick look and return. We'll be back, I promise. She let go of my collar, ability because they didn't sniff it. Sorry. I had no idea where I got this strength. But maybe insane inside oblivious was even more terrifying than stepping outside. With caution, I stepped down on the ground. The back was scarred from blood. Battered beasts clung to the clothes, looking at the mangled goats. Technov had gutted him. A garland of intestines dragged after the bloody, crawling in the icy crust, then left a sticky chill behind like a slimy, oozing slug. Stomach acid scissored on the snow and brown ooze from the mask. Something clicked inside the phone light, and one of the lamps went on, illuminating the graves with a deathly blue light. Oi! Technov pulled the wolf mask off his sweaty face. His enemy's claws left marks on one of the eyelids down to his chin. They gouged out one of his eyes, leaving behind a blood-erupted crater. Yet he was smiling. He wore a monstrous smile, watching the rest of the munching silver like innocent puppies. Officer? The police enclosed the distance to the old leader of the pack with wide steps. Technov's silhouette felt as scary to me as those of the young beasts near the crosses. Hootie turned on like an old plus soul hooted. How Teddy growled in agreement, calling his broken paw. The goat spoke even though he could barely raise his head. His elderly voice trembled. You filthy degenerate. Get your paws away from me, it's mine. Did you hear the whisper? I'm its owner. The whisper touched my ears and awakened me. You're too old to jump to the moon. No, it's time for me to wear it. Don't worry. I'll keep your cubs alive. What are you waiting for, my puppets? Why aren't you helping your master? In reply, ruefully only slaps his face mercilessly. The bear poked the snow with his hind leg, pretending not to hear him. A beak peeked at the sewer guts. They popped, slashing about his mass on the snow. Owl let out a nasty crackle. Curse you all. Eternal hunger on you, you ungrateful creatures. Eternal hunger. Technov stuck his fingers in the goat's back, interrupting his angry tirade. He then picked up his shoulders, blades from both sides, and pulled them up, crushing them. They now poked up like pairs of wings, and then chunks of yellow lard were their feathers. A dying cry of the beast flew high above the graveyard. Technov yanked the blade out of his back and what? Oh! Oh god! The arcs like braids with sticky stripes. Goat Hugh's eyes faded. He peers among the ash and snow. It was over. Will we finally slave? Contrary to everything that had happened to me before the moment, I was jubilant. The evil was defeated! Yay! Technov ran his fingers over the bloody face of his enemies. He took the goat mask off the corpse and lifted up towards the moon, and is presenting to the beast through the force of the darkness itself. Darkness replied with crowds of powers. Teeth of joy stopped on my eyeglasses. Put on the mask. He puts it onto his face and spread his arms wide. It looked so natural on him now. Horror pieced me like a... We're gonna stop it. The beast limps their way towards the new master. They formed a circle around him like kids who would circle around Father Frost on postcard. They rubbed his nose against the leader's thigh. The owl bored. The delegates was in the scarlet snow. Bunny? I'm so tired after this ball. We're hungry. Others are all looking at me, saliva dripping out of their mouths. You shall feast. Bunny, come. Closer, come, be brave. Give the beast fresh meats they crave. What? The voice in my head whispers to me. I had to drag my little sister out of the car. She sniffed and slivered like a paper doll in my embrace. Bring her to us. We ran from the monsters, hitting the tightly planted gravestones. We will find you. In the rain, in the pit, under the roots, or we will find you. Snowflakes tug at my skin as they glided upwards, and a massive leaden cloud stood above their heads as it devours the moon. After the abandoned sack of the night guard, granite gravestones and with destroyed face, graves with numbers instead of names, and the crypts of the previous century. I saw gaping holes on the ground, artificial flowers in vase, hungry eyes in the darkness. And then I can only see the forest that grew outside the fence. We squeezed through the bars. If only Oli could have really signed the light our way. By some miracle, I managed to flash her an encouraging smile. Our pursuers whistled closer and closer to us, so hungry to forget about our bones and our sweet meats. We became prey. No, we will always prey. The game of the hunters will never tire and never stop their chase. The road ended. There were us. Ahead of us was only Taiga, the kingdom of shadows withering in the snow piles. I stopped near the ancient pines. I remember everything I've lost, everything the force took away from me. My dad, and his wise, calm smile, and my beautiful mom too. They must pay us, entrapped by the distant grove, trying to procure medicine for Euler. The first took away the beautiful Paulina, who played a violin and joyful laughter. All the people I had due pairs of Tiger. But it wasn't only them. The first took away the taste of cotton candy, the fairway Disneyland. All my toys, my unused comic books, my first kiss, my torture. Will we be okay? I put my little sister on the head and lied. So. She held out her hand. I clenched her icy cold fingers. If I squeezed my eyes shut, I can imagine the oil was signing for real. My cute little sister. We entered the forest from which nobody ever returned alive. Shadows called out of their depths. We ran. In the eternal darkness that enveloped us, the sun will never rise. That's an ending? So you said there's 4 endings to this route. One at a time, you try to escape with Euler. Footprints in the snow. Children missing. Enter Petrov, 12 years old, and his younger sister, Olga Petrova, 7 years old. Went missing on the evening on February 25th. They were seen leaving their homes around 8 p.m. The kids went in the direction of the forest. We urge everyone who has seen Anton and Euler or knows about their whereabouts to contact the police or the phones numbers listed below. Okay, it's very clear that we should have... Hold up. We should have not put on the mask maybe here. But I just realized it's past midnight in my time zone and it's been over 3 hours. So, first and foremost, thank you so much, Guiv, for... I still don't know if I've been actually using it correctly. Thank you so much for giving us the direction of getting the true route. I'm very thankful for you. Sadly, it's way too late. It is way too late. I need to go to bed. So we will continue this next time. But hey, we did get some of the other endings too. We got the Christianity one, which... Yeah, I think my biggest problem with the Christianity stuff is literally that it just came out of nowhere. Like, it was like Christianity stuff like throughout the game, it might have been better, but like, it was just like out of nowhere, I didn't like it. But no. Thank you once again for showing us how to get to that route. Again, Jen, thanks for dropping by, and yeah, hope you all get a good night of sleep too. Bye everyone, hope you all sleep well. See you all next week for getting the true ending, or a better ending.